Episode 1. My name is Steven, and I will be the DM for tonight. And to my right, I am joined by Bobby, who is playing Burb, a Kenku bard. Josiah, I almost forgot your name. You're playing a lizard folk warlock. Over here to my left, we've got Paul. He is playing Zon, a human warrior. And then we've got Justin over here as well. He is playing Finn, a human paladin. You can also follow Justin on Twitch at Rogue Zebra.
Yep, Twitch TV/Rogue Zebra.
And then also Twitter, right?
Twitter at Rogue Zebra.
There you go. And then without further ado, this is going to happen all night, by the way, guys. Let's get started.
Farther.
Okay. So,
You're a warrior.
I'm going to set the scene now. For the past several days, you've been escorting 2 merchants across the rolling grasslands of the Greenfields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away. But instead of a pleasant, welcoming town you expected, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, running figures that are little more than dots in the distance, and a dark winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the center of the town. Greenest is being attacked by dragons.
Can the voice in my head be a little more like...
A little more normal? Yeah, now that I'm not reading, it can be. So, you guys are, go ahead and put your figures on the map in the line that you want them to be. Is that how you guys want them to be?
Which way's forward?
Finn is in front.
Any way you want forward to be.
Can we walk
you guys are
forward,
heading
Brett?
towards the town of Greenest.
He's in the Bjorn.
I'm in the baby Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Alright, this is my character. He's by far the tallest and most metallic. And this character, which is Burb, he is in a little Bjorn on my back. So when you see us in a line and it looks like this, it's purposeful.
He's facing the other way just so they don't get ambushed, right?
They can't blink us if I'm looking at his back.
Cool.
Out
So,
his back.
The 2 merchants you're with, which their names are Hans and Franz, they're 2 dwarves. Yeah, they're Thatchers. They're gonna see this scene and they're gonna go, okay, we cannot go down there. And they're gonna just take their whole cart and go off into the forest and find a place to hide.
It's a smart idea.
It's a smart idea.
Cowards.
And they're just gonna run. So,
Wait, did we get paid?
you can ask them.
Wait, money.
Okay, as you say that, one of them turns around. He remembers that he has to pay you money. He grabs his gold satch and just tosses it to you. It's got 100 gold pieces in it. If you guys want to distribute that among yourself, you each get 25 gold pieces, so keep track of that on your sheet.
I appoint Paul as treasurer because I trust Paul more than anyone else.
And they're taking off. They don't want to be any part of what's going on down in the town.
So we don't ever have to talk to them again?
You might not. They might show up again. I don't know.
I don't trust
Why don't you want to talk
Thatchers.
to Hanson?
I don't trust.
Thatchers.
I don't trust
Yeah,
Thatchers
Thatchers.
either.
It's an untrustworthy...
Did I mention everything on the town is on fire?
Yeah.
Most of the buildings are made of
Straw.
thatch.
Thatch.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's a thatch made of?
I don't know, actually.
Several thatchettes.
All right, I love thatch.
Thatchlings.
Thatcher sounds hot.
Guys!
Yeah.
All right.
We must rush to the defense of Greenest. Alright, dude. Take us there, baby.
Cool. So you guys are going to head towards the town?
Yes.
All right.
Grab him in the backpack. He's got no
The
choice.
dragon's die.
Yeah.
All right.
So as you guys are
Greenest
heading
word
towards the
direction.
town, just a couple things to keep in mind. The sun is setting, so it is growing dark, and there's a lot of activity that is going on in the town. So as you hit the front of the town, ooh, I need a DA.
I would like to cast light on one of the feathers of my arrows as we're going, just to keep it light for us.
Okay, yeah. You light up one of your feathers and use it as kind of like torchlight.
Yeah,
Okay.
on my arrow.
Sure, absolutely. So you guys can clearly see you're walking forward. You're walking towards the town. What? Walking? Are you running?
Are we just like
You running?
Just slowly strolling up this town?
Are you chugging? Are you
We're
running?
going.
All right, you guys are going. You're Bobby. You're like in the back of Kiwi's. What is it?
It's a Bjorn. It's
A
baby
Bjorn, and you're just bouncing. You're just bouncing.
I'm keeping
Okay.
my eyes open for marauders and raiders and
Dragons.
dragons, maybe.
All
Looks
right.
like a dragon.
So
Maybe
as
I
you-
like
I
dragons.
heard dragons.
Yeah, no, there's a.
Well, he's
it's being
also a
attacked
bird.
by
It might just
dragon.
be it might be big.
Might be a flight thing.
It could be a
I
big
think he
bird.
would be jealous.
Maybe I like dragons.
Yeah.
And I think they're cool. I don't know.
He betrays us for the dragons. We leave.
That's fun.
Perfect.
Over the table.
As you guys enter the town, you can see like the entrance to the town is just completely destroyed. There's windows broken out in homes and things like that. All the buildings as you're walking in are abandoned. Some of them are smoldering. The thatch doesn't actually catch on fire all that well.
Fireproof thatch?
The raiders
These guys
that are
are good.
apparently in this town are trying to burn things, but they're not doing a very good job.
Do we sight
See?
raiders?
I told you.
Do we spot raiders?
It's
Franz and Franz and
they
their
knew their
fireproof
thatch.
thatch.
They knew their thatch is fireproof. So why are they running away? Seems
Oh
sketchy.
yeah, no.
Seems suspicious, right?
I don't like Hans and Franz. That's all I'll say.
I'm worried about.
But I'm
Franz
ready.
and Franz.
Okay, all right.
Also, those names.
Without warning,
No warning?
no warning,
No.
5 humans dash out between 2 buildings on your left.
You just warned us.
No, this happened.
A limping man and 3 young children race across the street into more shadows, and a woman carrying a round shield and a broken spear turns and faces back in the direction in which they came. 8 kobolds stream out of the alley on the family's heel and fan around the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible.
I charge into battle.
Okay.
We
I would like you guys all to roll for initiative.
I gotta get out of the baby Bjorn.
Okay.
Go this side.
Bobby, as
Go
you
this
get
side.
out of the baby Bjorn, the woman turns around and looks at you, and she recognizes you. She says, "Burby, is that you?" And I'd like you to roll a history check.
Well,
What's a history check?
Just roll a d20 and tell me what the number is.
is it 20?
20.
Damn, okay.
Yo! One down.
You recognize this woman to be Lennon Swift, the woman who took you under her wing when you first arrived in Greenest as a fledgling.
Hey, it's bird pun.
Her husband, Jack, shields 3 small children who are your charges during the daytime. You babysat them. The youngest is a small boy with curly hair, and he recognizes you immediately and cries out, "Burby's back!"
Nice.
As he shouts that, he's touched by his 2 brothers, but a kobold snaps his head in the direction of the child.
We're fighting.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
We're fighting, Bobby.
Go to battle.
7. I suck.
Alright, Josiah, you got a 7?
I got a 16.
Roll this one.
Oh, okay.
On
Roll
there.
in there. Okay.
Bobby got a
I
16.
got a 9. Sorry, I rolled off screen.
Bobby got a 9. Got a 7. What'd you get?
10.
10.
We're about to get
Ten.
wrecked by a bunch of kobolds.
And then what'd you get?
9 plus 3 is 12.
12. Cool.
2 protect us.
Alright.
Tier.
So
Goggle
we got
Crom.
8
Goggle
kobolds.
prom.
I don't even think I have
Is it too late for my goggle prom?
I want
Crom.
Goggle Crom.
Goggle prom.
Goggle prom. Goggle prom.
These Pokemon are going to be the kobolds, by the way.
Yo, Pokemon's
1, 2,
cool.
3, 4, 5.
Hashtag Japan.
Oh no, this is a troglodyte. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I thought it'd be a cobalt too because he's like
Oh,
a lizard.
Yeah, we're going to use it. We're going to use it. Can you fan those out, and then we are going to put
Perfect. That seems
Sufficiently fan.
Sufficient fanning. One of these Pokemon looks surprisingly human. They're getting weird.
This is Lenny.
This is the lady.
Yeah.
Her shield is broken in the shape of a banjo or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is she in our squad?
No, she's surrounded by those kobolds, so if you can, it's about 20 feet away from you guys is where this is going down.
Yeah. All right.
Is it going down for real?
Azumarill will not
Huh?
stand up. So.
It's going down. Let's go.
As written in the old text,
Wow.
X gonna give it to you.
X. I'm gonna give it to you.
What?
We can start calling him
X.
Oh no.
X.
Oh,
XON.
X
X
in his
X in
boots
Big
of
Shrek.
wonder.
X is Big Shrek gonna give it to you.
X in
X and Big Shrek. Burb's always interested in your shoes, and he keeps poking them a lot when there's downtime.
That's it.
No, it's now.
Right now it's not.
It would not be
No, right
appropriate.
now he's not doing it, but when there's downtime, he's usually like, "Hey man, those are some sweet boots." He likes poking them all the time with his shifty little bird claws.
3.
Make sure they're kept extra tight.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
What's the sound that Bird makes as a kinku that
He wants to hear
indicates
it.
those are really cool shoes?
When he
What'd you roll, by the way?
when he wants really
Keep
cool
seven.
shoes.
No, just like to tell Zahn that his shoes are really cool.
What'd your bird roll? Paul?
Like,
You know the sound that
What'd your
sneakers
familiar
make
roll?
on a
Is your
basketball
familiar
court?
out?
Oh, what?
You know the sound that sneakers make on a basketball court? That squeaky noise?
That's a
He just touches them, and every time he touches it, he makes that squeaky noise.
That's an 11 for the familiar.
An 11? Okay.
Man, spend some time around some squeaky floors.
He's just upset that he can't wear regular
Okay.
boots because he's got bird feet.
He's got bird feet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Crow's
So,
He's got little birdie legs.
now I'm gonna have trouble moving this around,
Yep.
but if you could
We'll help.
grab grab a kobold.
That one? As
Yeah.
Muriel?
Yep. And the kobold is going to begin heading towards the kids that are behind you guys.
Oh, well, they're behind us. That's
How much of moving towards the kids?
Move it straight towards the kids
How
that are directly
spaces?
behind you guys.
How many spaces?
That's going to be 6 spaces.
5, 6.
Yeah.
He skids. He doesn't stand. I've tried.
And you guys can see this kobold is not really paying very much attention to you guys. It's pretty honed in on
very
the kids.
driven.
Yeah. The other 2 kobolds are going to kind of go to assist him. So just move them 6 towards on the same line to match up with him.
Oh.
And let's see. And then Zahn, it's your turn.
Oh, I got. Wait, isn't that the Alora's turn first, or no?
What'd
you're
you
right.
roll? You
You're
rolled
right.
higher.
That's right. I got
You rolled the highest out of the group.
12 is the highest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
It was 12. It was 12, 7, 10, and 9.
Okay. I will command the bird on its turn to go up to a enemy.
You got to do it on the bird's turn.
Yeah. Well, I say on its turn. That's what it'll do, though.
Okay, that's fine.
But I figured on my turn would be a good time to talk to it.
Sure.
And then I will shoot a kobold in the face.
Which one?
I would say the one with the looks like an orc with an axe.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, Christmas tree.
That is 5 damage.
All right. You take it. He takes 5 damage.
Take this, you foul beast.
You hit him. It hurts.
Shoot him in the air.
All right. He looks pretty sick. Like, he looks pretty rough.
Good.
All right, so as soon as you fire that shot, all the rest of the kobolds kind of like snap their attention to you, and they now like recognize that you're trying to tangle with them. If you could move, let's see, who's turn? Actually, yeah, if you could move the dog-like kobold, and he's going to move up to Phineas and make a hit, or make an attempt to make a hit.
Go for it.
Go.
15. Oh wait, no, 15 plus. Hold on.
What
What is it plus? Ooh, 19 with his dagger.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hit you right in the
Is
heart.
that it?
He gets me right in the
The giblets.
giblets.
Right in the giblets. That's
No,
all right.
Big Shrek.
Big Shrek, no.
You take 4 piercing damage.
X didn't give it to him, and Big Shrek's taking it from him.
That's right. All right.
So he like takes a stab at you, he's like, maybe it has treasure! Takes a little slash at you. Finn, it's your turn.
The only treasure I have is justice.
Oh,
That's
right.
pretty- that's
I rolled a
justice.
17 before any kind of modifiers.
Oh, that hits.
Super believes in justice.
Smash.
All right. Big Shrek.
That's some good. That's some good
That's
justice.
some good justice. 7.
7 damage?
Crunch.
Alright.
With my warhammer.
You crunch it, and you just, the kobold just kind of falls over. And he's dead.
I am then going to move to the aid of this fine townswoman.
There you go.
Interpose myself between her and the massive kobolds.
Burb, it's you.
Bird's super upset
Yeah.
because they're after his family. He has no flock anymore. This is the only family he's got,
Absolutely.
so he's going to defend these
This mirrors
children.
your life.
Yeah, this is
Your
it.
real life.
A burb is a reflection of me.
Okay,
He's
alright.
upset.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
The closest kobold to the children,
Yeah.
which is this
That one right there is the one who's after him.
he's going to vicious mockery it because he thinks it's stupid.
Okay, what's your vicious mockery?
You're nothing but an ugly little creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
A
You
D20?
roll the
Oh, it's a will save, right?
wisdom.
Wisdom save against
12.
his. Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll for damage, Bobby.
Damage?
It's a D4.
It's a D4.
That would be a 2.
It'd be a 2. All right. So you say you're nothing but a dumb creature. Is that what it was?
An ugly little creature.
Ugly. So you and what
In
what
the voice
instrument
of-
are you playing?
In the voice of the child that recognized.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Bird.
So and that
Bobby
kid,
likes the weird kid stuff.
that kid's name is Robbie.
Rob.
He's remixing Robbie's old
In
taunts.
Robbie's voice, Bird says you're nothing but an ugly little creature.
All right. So
And-
that hits him. That hits the
Hits him.
kobold. And he
And he
thinks maybe
does-
I am an ugly creature.
He's playing his flute, his pan flute, except he has no lips, so he's just mocking the noise that a pan flute would make.
Nice.
Which is
Nice.
my favorite way to play an instrument.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Not play the instrument at all.
All right.
Just like that.
Just like that.
A little blood comes out of his nose. He's not looking happy. And he's going to turn his attention to you now, as you've insulted him.
Fine.
And then Kiwi, it's you.
Nice.
Do I get a bonus action?
You do actually, if you'd like.
Yeah, dude, it's still your turn, bro.
You can't make an attack, but you can do other things. At level 2, you can do Bardic Inspiration.
You can move and do.
You can also move if you would like to move out of the way.
Bonus me timbers.
What if I want to give him Bardic Inspiration?
I don't think you can do that until level
Second
2.
level.
Oh, well then why do I have it?
Maybe we did it in preemptiveness of you getting it.
Oh, okay, that sucks.
Where do you have it?
Right here, Bardic Inspiration.
No, I think he was just stoked on it. He was like, yo, we're gonna give him that.
Okay, cool.
Because you don't have it here.
Well then I got nothing else.
Okay, that's fine. It's your
You
turn.
blow him a kiss.
Yeah, with no lips. I bet it's weird.
Chicken lips.
I guess I'm gonna fire straight down to who Finn is messing with.
Okay.
No, I switch. We're killing Meryl.
You kill
I'm
Meryl
gonna try with an Eldritch Blast.
with an Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll the hit.
4. I'm going to slap myself in real life.
What's your plus though?
It's +5, I believe.
Yeah, it's
So that's 9.
9.
plus.
Still misses. Alright, so let's
Double
see.
your roll though.
We've killed one kobold.
Okay.
The guy that you shot at is gonna run towards you, and he's gonna take a swipe at you. And we're gonna find out if that hits.
Watch out. Watch out, they stab.
18.
Yeah, got me. They always do.
Please do.
Hey, that would have hit me.
You take 3 slashing, piercing damage.
Yeah, Steven's
3?
hot.
These are bad dice. I just want you to know. I
You should
specifically
stop.
picked bad
No,
dice
wrong.
so that I could try to kill somebody
Yeah.
or not kill somebody.
No, it's not working.
Cool. Let's see. Who hasn't moved over there? Because I can't reach over there.
This octopus
Alright.
will troglodyte.
And then these two.
Horselet
Those two.
and
Arbok.
Arbok.
All right.
So this whole.
So starting with the octopus, it's going to move towards Finn and make an attack.
That's Noctillery.
It's gonna move
Artillery.
through this person.
Oh yeah, it's going to move past her
Okay.
and go for you.
Alright.
She gets an attack of opportunity on it.
Does she? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
That's an 18 to hit. So she's going to stab it with her spear.
Get her. Get him, Frida. I don't know what your name is.
She's going to
Yeah.
deal.
Frida.
It's linen, but yeah,
Linen like a sheet.
like a sheep.
Like a sheep.
Lame. My mom sucks.
Sheet. Sheet on him.
All right, so he took a hit. Wow. Let's see, and then the troglodyte guy is gonna make a move towards Lennon, and he's gonna take a slash at her.
Is it like the sheet or is it like the Soviet leader?
He misses.
Lenin.
Linen.
Linen.
Or Lenin.
I guess it could be Lenin, but
Lenin?
I don't know.
What about lemon?
Lenina.
Lemon.
Like
yeah, her name's
zest.
Lemon
Can
now.
you spell her
Lemon.
Nina?
Ooh, no,
Nina?
we gotta call her Lemon. We can't
Lemon?
call her Nina.
Her name is Lemon.
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 So he misses.
My
That's
mom's
that
cool
guy.
with
And
you
then
guys.
is there one guy that hasn't
Or-
moved yet?
The Arbok.
The Arbok is gonna move.
And then this hasn't done anything besides be affronted by me.
Exist.
Exist, affronted by you.
So this one hasn't done anything.
Yeah, it's gonna move towards you. Make an attack. It misses. It rolled an 11.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
And then he's gonna make an attack on you as well.
Go for it.
And that's a 4, so
The
he
wall.
misses as well.
The wall.
Alright, we'll stop top of the round. The 2 kobolds. Is it your turn?
The
it's-
owl.
The bear.
Oh, I skipped the owl completely!
He hates the owl.
I do.
It's fair, I
Who's
understand.
the owl gonna help out?
He's going to mess with the kobold with the axe and come back. He's the
Okay, that one? Okay,
Yeah.
so if anybody attacks
And
that
he's gonna
spicy
fly
boy,
back.
Does he fly back over to you?
then if anybody attacks that guy
That's
before
30.
the owl's next turn, they have advantage on the roll. It should be you, by the way. He's gonna go ahead and take his turn. He's gonna run up to you, Burb, and he's gonna take a swing.
He can't. He has disadvantage.
Oh, he does have disadvantage, doesn't he?
He
Yeah,
can.
because
he
I
just does
insulted
it
him.
disadvantage.
So he rolled a 4 and a 16, so the 4 will stick. He takes a slash at you and misses. The other kobold is gonna try to come and give him a hand on you.
Well, jeez.
Yeah.
These guys suck.
You're in front.
Well,
17, does that hit?
I don't know.
Yes.
It does.
13.
2.
You take 2 damage.
Ow.
Good call. Influence
Mark it
of
on your
fate.
sheet there.
Six.
Zahn, it's your turn.
Okay, I will shoot the kobold in the face again.
Okay, the one that you had advantage on, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This bird is like flapping around its head. That's why he has advantage.
Alright, that's a 19.
Oh, you got him. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, that'll be 6 damage.
6 damage. All right, so you draw back that bow, take a shot at him, hits him right in the neck, and he just kind of trying to, and just falls over and dies.
Oops.
Good.
The one with the
The
axe.
one with the axe,
Yeah.
yeah. That guy just dies.
He's out.
He's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. The first kobold that attacked.
This man's did a lot.
That
of
guy's
things.
super dead. Oh, it's the mural guy. It's the mural's gonna take another swipe at you, Josiah.
Yeah, cool.
He rolled a 6.
No,
That doesn't hit. So that's his turn.
Daddy can live.
It is Alora's turn.
Oh.
You're familiar. Who's gonna
Okay.
help out?
It will go up to the troglodyte looking one and use the help action and come back. And then distract him, just fly in his face, get him all
Finn,
off
it's
balance.
Alright, I'm gonna wail about myself with a hammer.
You got some
Um,
options.
Probably this octopus because it is threatening Lemon.
Okay.
Save my mom.
I ended up with 2 of these. I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, that's crit.
Okie dokie. So I get to do this twice.
Yeah.
Hiya! First one's a 2,
Thank God for that twice.
4, so 9.
9? Oh, you squash him. So you angrily swing your hammer back and what do you say?
How dare you attack this fair city!
Alright, and you smash that hammer right into his side. And so normally, they would just crumple, but you swing so hard, you just make a kobold-sized, perfect hole, just thunk, and you pull your hammer out, and this perfect chunk just slips out of him, and he falls over and just bleeds out. He's
Burp
dead.
sees that and goes, damn.
So you can get rid of that octopus.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Was that in Bobby's voice?
Phineas takes
Or Robbie's
all
voice?
That was right.
Yeah. Damn.
Burb, it's your turn.
Oh no.
Well,
Hey!
Burb's upset that he got stabbed, so he's ready to take some vengeance back on that kobold that stabbed him. So he's
Okay.
going to whisper dissonantly
Dissonant
to
whispers?
him.
Okay.
Yes, that I hate you. I hope you die.
This is the best.
Oh, you rolled an 8 on that's a will. That's another save, right?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
It's 3d6.
3d6.
I
Yeah.
need.
You just have to roll. Oh, that works too.
This.
That
Here we
roll.
go. 5,
10.
a 4, and a 1, so 10.
Okay. So, and he's right next to you, right?
Yeah, he's right there.
So you just, I guess you'll see this, Kiwi.
Hella dead.
You just see him open up his mouth and go, "I hate you. I hope you die," in a child's voice, and it's just really loud. And you see the sound wave emanate, and the kobold's head just goes and explodes, and the body just stands there for a second and falls over.
Yeah, don't mess with my city.
So
That's
which
what
one was
Burp thought. He couldn't say it.
He's never heard that actually said.
No one's ever said that to him. It's
Actually, you
usually-
could just repeat my voice saying, "How dare you attack this person?"
Gotcha.
just like that. That's what it sounded like.
Exactly.
They're gonna make a couple attacks on you.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, come at me.
It's not.
The wall.
At me.
The wall.
Hashtag. No balls.
16 hit. Ooh.
16 does not hit.
Ooh, I rolled a 20.
That hits.
All right. So and that's I took they're right next to him, so I took both their turns at once there.
Oh no.
Ooh. So wait. I roll it twice, right?
Yeah.
You take that damage. Man.
You only add the modifier
Once.
once.
You take 4 damage.
Hey,
Ooh, that's not
how
bad.
much I took last time.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Are you having troubles up there?
some wounds.
He has some
You
wounds.
might have to heal your man.
I look a little bit painful.
Burb is about to cast Longstrider on himself and come up there and cure your
I'm
wounds.
getting stabbed.
All right, and then the other guy that's
I
engaged
don't know
with
where they stabbed
Lemon
me. I have.
is going to take another swing at her with the dagger and miss, and she's going to mock him and say, "Not so tough, are you, without your friends?" I'm a little bit happy
I
about
fight
that.
for my friends.
He's still got like 4 friends.
Let's see.
4 homies.
Who hasn't gone?
We've
I have not
eliminated
went.
almost half the hunters.
All right, it's you. Go.
I guess if I'm able to, I'd like to hex.
Sure.
The man's in front of me.
Mhm.
Errol is going down.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for that, or is
It's a
that just
bonus action. I think it just happens.
It's a bonus action.
You
Just
just
he's
spend your
hexed.
spell slot.
Okay,
So he's hexed.
hex it, and then once that thing dies, I can then spend an action to hex,
Something else.
so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then I guess I will cast Cantrip of Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Now, I'm going to guess that it's not going to work. 7 plus 5 is 12.
That hits.
Oh, jeez, you hit that. Now kill him.
That's a meatball of the spicy variety. I roll a 10, I think.
A D10.
And don't forget you get your
You
extra
bonus.
D6
You get
for
the bonus
hex.
damage.
Ooh, so that was an 8.
Okay.
Didn't even
fine.
get it in the
Yo!
Is it a 6?
Five.
That's a 5. So 8 plus 5, you do 13 damage.
Math.
Alright, how are you doing this Eldritch
Hashtag
Blast?
So I have a component bag in which I keep various herbs and spices. And
11
I'm-
essential herbs and spices.
Oh, essential. They're essential. I'm going to pull out crushed rosebud.
Okay, some crushed rosebud, you got it.
And I'm going to sprinkle it atop Meryl's head.
On the okay, so just right above him.
I make it rain crushed rosebud.
Alright, so you drop it, and it's a short height, but as you drop it, it just kind of, it turns purple and goes straight through him, and there's just these rose-shaped hole marks through his whole body, and he kind of like looks confused, like, you know how like you chop somebody's head off and they just look, that's what it looks like.
I don't
You
know
know,
I
about
just-
that one.
You don't know about that?
I've
Oh,
never
well.
chopped anyone's head
We
off.
should hang out sometime.
No.
It'll be fun.
No.
He just, and then dies.
Hashtag green thumb.
Did you just touch me?
No, Bobby, it was in your imagination.
Get him out.
He touched me
So wait.
live on stream.
Do I have an extra action or I already used that?
You use your bonus action with Hex, and then you use your regular action. You can still move, though, if you'd like.
But I
Don't
can't
touch me.
move the hex right now.
I don't think so, no. You'll have to wait till your next turn.
Yeah. You use it as a bonus action.
I'm just going to saunter right here.
Good
So
side
that's
step.
all those boys dead.
I like
now, there should only be... How many are there left? 3 or 4?
Three.
3. Yeah, there's 3. There should only be 3.
Hanging out with me and Lemon.
Zahn, it's your turn.
Alright, I will take out another arrow and shoot the armbuck.
Go for it.
These things will go down.
You want to clear a path.
It's gonna be
There you
mighty
go,
nice. That's a 10?
That misses.
Wait, no, it was a 3, wasn't it?
Is it 9?
It was a 9.
It was a 9? Oh.
Oh,
I
no.
can't read from a distance.
That's okay. It hits if it's a 9.
16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, 5 damage.
5 damage on the Arbok? Oh, he dies.
Woo!
How do you want to kill him? Another headshot?
Yeah, just a headshot, just right between the eyes.
Right between the eyes? Alright, you shoot him right between the eyes, kind of like looks at it and goes, "Ah," and then just.
Hashtag dead shot.
Hashtag dead. That's your bird's turn now.
We're in a competition and you're
Laura.
very far behind.
Am I?
I'll have a Laura
I don't
go
know, I
about
just-
right here and stay hovering about 20 feet in the air.
Okay, that's cool. Finn, it's you.
That's the bird.
Yeah, when you said hover, I was like,
All right.
I have flight.
There's 2 guys left, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
go
go.
for Spiny Boy over here.
Spiny boy.
Spiny Boy. Crush. 17.
Oh, yeah, that gets him.
Alrighty. Give him a good smash. 6.
You get him.
6.
You just smush him. Smash him down. Like the other guy sees the kobold just fall instantly, and he's just kind of like looking pretty panicked.
I'm closing the gap. I stand shoulder to shoulder with Lemon.
Burb, it's your turn.
Burb runs towards Finn. His 30 feet going wee woo wee woo wee woo. And he gets really close and he says, using healing word, do you want some soup in Robbie's voice?
Okay.
oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
So you just hear Charles' voice, "You want some soup?" And he touches you.
No,
I can't touch him, it's the words and I'm too
That's,
far
oh, your
away to
healing
touch
words?
him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
How
not
much?
pure
It's
healing.
1d4, right?
I think so,
I
yeah.
just reflexively
Is that your bonus action heal?
No, I just ran up to healing.
Okay, cool.
Is it my bonus action?
I believe healing word is a bonus
It is.
action, right?
Can I do that and then fight?
Yes, you
Mhm.
can.
You certainly can.
Alright, so I
But
run up to him and say, go,
you gotta heal him though.
wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, and then do you want some soup? Do you want some soup in Robbie's voice?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he feels better, by an amount of 3.
Plus
Plus what?
your charisma modifier, which I believe is 2.
2.
No, it says charisma modifier says +4.
Well, then that's your save.
It's 2.
Plus 2. So you feel better by 5. That was some good soup.
You feel better by 5.
Good soup.
Now,
Hashtag Campbell's.
You make an attack as well.
I'm still super upset with these kobolds for threatening my family. So I pull out my bow, which I'm notoriously bad with.
Practice makes perfect.
It's those little bird claws. They don't really operate bows very well.
Yeah, no, that's good. Roll the hit.
But they play
Roll the
instruments
hit. What do I
beautifully.
roll?
Kenku are rather dexterous. D20.
Mhm.
And tell me what the number is.
17.
Oh, that hits.
Alright, it hits.
Shoot the shot!
What do I roll to shoot?
I believe
D6.
it's a D6, yeah.
A
Oh,
D6
a
plus
D6.
4.
Because it's a short bow.
Oh, a short bow, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
It
a
says a
D6.
D6 plus 4.
Yep.
My attack bonus.
Plus 4 on the attack.
Plus
dang.
2 dex, plus 2 proficiency.
I rolled a 2, so I rolled 6.
6 damage. Alright, so you heal up your buddy Finn and then take out your bow, take a shot. Where do you want to shoot him?
I'm aiming for his heart because I hate him.
Okay, you take a shot. It goes all the way in to the frets on the arrow. What are those called?
The feathers? Fletching?
Fletching on the arrow. Yeah.
Flutes.
Flutes.
Hashtag flutes.
And he dies.
Dang, dude.
All right, you guys are out of combat.
Oh, get down.
Jack and the 3 kids, they kind of limp up to you, Burb, and the kids all hug your legs. The smallest one just kind of sticks on.
I'm 4 feet tall.
Oh yeah, well then they dogpile you, man.
Yeah.
They're like, Burby, we missed you.
Can we repurpose
Bird makes all
Pokemon
kinds
as
of weird
children?
noises like a clock.
I'm a kid
hammer,
now.
and like
I'll at least give him the key.
all the kids, he makes a kid laughing noises and
That's
roll
zero
and
belongs
stuff.
to
It's
you.
fun.
Excellent. All right. So Lemon runs up, and she's kind of out of breath, and she's like, "Thanks for helping."
I'm checking. Is Lemon injured?
Lemon is injured. Yeah.
Her shield
Very
looks like
injured,
a
or just some?
Not very injured.
Okay.
She's still in good fighting shape.
Okay.
And she says, "We've got to make it to the keep in the center of town. It's the only safe place left. Can you help us make it there? We won't be able to make it on our own."
And Burb says in the mother's voice, "Go hide, kids."
Want some soup?
She takes that as a yes, and then directs you guys towards the center of the town.
We will do our utmost to protect you. Stay close.
Cool.
Look at my cool staff.
Also,
Now, do you guys want to move stealthily towards the keep? Do you want to just march in? Do you want to run?
My guy goes in.
Stealthily would be.
Finn is not good at stealth. He also doesn't really think about stealth. It's more like he will move cautiously, looking for combat and stuff, but he's not gonna go slinking through the streets.
Well, Burb is a blackbird and it's nighttime, so he blends in perfectly.
Okay.
I am more likely to
You can
not
off the
engage, not just
treetop,
rush
treetop.
into fights in order to protect the children.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that in mind, Lennon, sorry, if you
Lemon.
want to call it that.
Lemon.
She mentions that there is a stream running along the side of the town that you guys could hide in if you wanted to, on making your way towards the keep.
Oh,
But it would take a longer time. It's a shallow stream bed, but it would take longer to get there.
Slow
there
City? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Burb is upset. This is his town.
Yeah.
So you
I
just
think
want
we need to move fast.
move
Might be
fast
stealthy,
through the
but
center of
he's
the
ready
town.
to go.
Okay.
Have the fires grown, or is the thatch still fireproof?
No, it's smoky. It's not.
Storm.
There is though. You guys do hear the wings of a dragon every now and then.
Yeah.
He kind of swoops in, not close to you guys. He just kind of swoops in, shoots some blue lightning out, and kind of blows up a few houses.
Burb is super excited.
Little
about the dragon.
crazy.
Ooh,
Little
dragon
crazy.
time.
It's a big dragon. It's kind of big.
There's such thing as a
Um,
perfect crime, and I think Hans and Franz have figured it out.
Hans and Franz. I didn't trust him from the name Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz were the 2 merchants that they were traveling with before they got to the town Greenest.
Thatchers.
And they are thatchers.
Hashtag factors.
Interestingly
That's
enough.
not even a real profession.
Strange, there's gonna be a whole lot of need for thatch.
There's gonna be a big need for thatch, guys. Cool.
I bet they
So you
didn't
guys
go
go
to
on
college.
Straight to the keep.
straight to the keep,
Stay close, children.
and then hold on.
I
now
told the children
way-
to go home in their mother's voice.
in their mother's voice.
Go home and
Oh,
get
they're
killed by the
sticking
dragon.
straight. They are sticking straight behind you.
But we're escorting them to the keep though.
Yeah.
They're gonna be safe at the
They
Well,
can't go
Burb
home.
is pissed that the kids won't listen.
Their home is on fire.
They're back here, dude. I can stay in the back with
Keep
the
them in the
kids.
middle, between us.
Betweenst is how that's
Betweenst.
pronounced.
Betweenst us.
Betwixt. So where's Lemon? Is she just
betweeneth us.
And you can just, wherever Lemon is where the rest of her family is. as well.
Yeah.
She's just gonna let me
I
go
don't
run.
listen
That's
good. I
fine.
think that's my problem.
Sounds good. Anyway, okay, we're progressing dust-wise.
You're progressing
Cool.
dust-wise.
Very cool.
Do-
It's also to scale, because he's really big and my guy's really
Yeah,
small.
I'm interested that your guy is like a giant
Very big.
compared to Big Shrek, who
Well,
is
Big Shrek-
actually.
Big Shrek's a giant. I'm taller than you though.
Are you?
What's your height?
We established this.
No, but what's your
He's
height?
tall enough. I don't have a height. Statistic.
Mine's 6'6", which I think
Okay, it's probably taller than me then. I'm probably a good like 6'1",
Alright.
6'2".
is. I mean, you're like athletic.
Yeah.
You could have played thatch ball or whatever.
Right. There you go.
Mine's floor
Hashtag
flat.
Thatch Ball. The
So-
the greenest Thatchers.
Yeah.
You guys progress
Go
about
Thatch.
100 feet.
Yeah.
It's quite ironic that their mascot is a dragon.
There you go.
Yeah.
They brought it on
The
themselves.
Thatchettes.
Yeah.
The Thatchettes,
Yeah, the
yes!
Thatchettes.
Exactly.
The
Full
thatch-
circle. Hashtag full circle.
Greenish
Hashtag.
Dragons thatch ball team.
Do you, if you guys want to, now you guys are you running? You're running towards the center of the town?
We're
Hasty.
hustling.
We're hasty.
We're
You're
hustling.
hasty.
We're running
Alright.
as fast as
Be
children
ca-
can
be
keep up
cautious.
with. Plus, I have children-sized legs, so go slow, guys.
So you guys are running, and you see as you kind of like round one of the corners of the building that there are 6 cultists, and they are basically just kind of running into houses, searching for stuff, and then putting it in sacks, and then dragging it out.
Mm-mm.
Just,
They don't seem to have noticed you though. Yet.
I'm sorry, guys.
Only Burb gets to steal things from this city.
Stop! Looting is unlawful!
Okay, you shout that? Yeah. Alright, so you shout stop looting is unlawful, and the acolytes all kind of stop.
Hashtag
Or not,
lawful
they're
bed.
cultists, sorry. The cultists all kind of stop, and they like look up, and they see you, and then one of them goes, alright, more stuff! And I'd like you to go ahead and roll for initiative.
They're
Just
not-
him or us?
All of you.
Oh, hashtag Big Shrek.
They just assume that you're like all together, obviously.
Nice.
Dude, you killed your
Bouncing
own
off your
familiar, dude.
strategy.
He's
It's
dead.
not gonna be the first time.
Perfect.
17.
17 for
18.
Kiwi, 18
Dang.
for Burb. What did we get, Finn?
8.
Oh, nice.
Dude, you're feeling good though.
Yeah,
Zon,
yeah,
what'd
I'm
you get?
rolling.
17 for me.
Man strong.
17
And
and Lord.
Fart
Uh,
means cultist.
D20.
That is the,
I think
We're
it
gonna
is.
frack
Here.
'em.
Rack 'em.
Frack 'em up.
Rack 'em, frack 'em.
And a 11 for the owl.
11 for the
The
hour.
owl.
Alora.
I'm in
Alright,
front.
these guys, we
Everybody
got
goes first.
13.
I got this.
It's
In
okay.
a little bit, in a few minutes.
Don't worry. Big Shrek is indomitable.
Big Shrek's got layers.
That's 13. Gosh, these guys are all going to take their turn one after another. 12.
1, 2, 3. How many cultists are we talking about?
There's six
Six?
cultists.
Hand me
Yeah.
some. Hand me some.
They are
Here's some
all
dudes.
some mans.
about that.
Are they just like spread out?
Well, they were huddled. They were like, they had a little chain gang for the gold that they were.
Yeah, they were just
pilfering.
raiding houses and pilfering.
So there's like some in houses over here.
Yeah.
Some are
Pilfering
houses over
cream
here.
puffs.
You're not looking at acolyte stats, are
Hashtag
No.
pilfers.
you? Okay.
No,
They have
they
a
die
dog.
from a few shots
I know.
anyway, it's fine.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. It's fine.
Acolytes, I don't know.
So, let's see. That's Zon. You get to take the first turn. If you guys want to position, these guys are all bunched up together, and they're about
In
30 feet
one
away
bunch
from
or two
you.
bunches.
Nah, just one bunch. They all squared up as soon as you said stop thieving. What'd you say?
Looting is unlawful.
Looting is unlawful. They all squared up when you said that.
I'm just assuming that's universally true.
All of your like things should be like alliterative or like consonants.
There's just like
Looting is unlawful. Like,
the fifth tenet of Tyre.
Because everyone knows
Looting
winches
is
love
unlawful.
alliteration.
yeah.
Alliterations are awesome.
Winches love alliteration.
No, they don't. They hate it.
I've never met a
Paladins
winch.
are
Zon,
pretty
you
good
get to
at
make
putting
your
words
first
together.
attack.
Huh?
Paladins
Right.
are pretty good at putting words together.
I hear that.
I will be.
I used to be a
side,
bard.
so I don't.
Oh.
hit you in the back of the head. And I'll shoot this one right here.
Twang.
Line it up, get him right between the eyes, hopefully.
Between the eyes.
That is a
No.
miss.
Show the camera.
You rolled a 1?
That is a 1.
Look, guys, it's a 1.
It's a one.
What a bummer. Alright, so you're shooting your arrow, right?
Uh-oh.
Where's your familiar?
He's over here.
He's behind you, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So you take the
So it's
shot.
gonna be more
you
impressive.
draw this bow back, and you're a good shot, right?
Mhm.
So you take this, and you shoot it, and it weaves right through the cultist, and you hear the sound of something reflecting off of metal. Ding. And we'll get back to that later.
No.
Here it comes.
Burb, it's your go.
Burb go.
Burb yells, "Looting is unlawful," into the boys.
Looting is unlawful.
Absolutely.
Moves a bit.
Absolutely.
Can I move diagonally?
Yeah.
He moves diagonally.
Don't get too
1,
far
2,
ahead.
3,
I'm sorry.
4, 5, 6, 5 spaces.
Stop, Burb.
Close enough to shoot that closest cultist that's a
The
dog.
doggo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shoot
Pulls
the doggo.
out his bow.
Do the bow.
Twing twing.
Roll a d20 first.
Yep.
Yeah, D20 to see if you hit.
Swing it in there.
Rolls a 19.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits, my guy.
That's a good shot.
Now it's a d6 plus 4, right?
Yes.
I'm figuring this out.
You got it.
He makes the sound of a bow shooting its arrow as he
That was
fires it.
Ernest. He
Okay,
was
wow.
happy he's figuring it out.
It's a 8. 4 plus 4 is 8.
Oh man, okay. So you take that shot at him, you make the bow noises, you shoot him, hit him. He looks like that hit him really hard and there's a lot of blood coming out of him now. He looks really rough.
Well, why didn't he die?
He looks like he's almost dead.
Wanting
I
to die.
shot him and hit him
Almost.
for 8.
He's trying to die.
Almost dead.
Burb's mad. He hit someone.
Almost.
Burb should have been a barb.
I'm gonna watch the stream. Forget this.
Alright,
Seven.
let's do that Burb. So that wolf is going to the acolyte that is at
El Doggo.
El Doggo is gonna run up to Burb.
The dog light.
And he's gonna take a swipe at you.
What? How does he get to attack me? How come no one else gets to attack?
It's because it's his turn.
That's
He's
dumb.
he's
This game sucks.
He rolls a 19.
What do you roll?
A 19.
No, for initiative.
What'd he roll for initiative?
better than barb.
Higher.
Or I mean better than the rest of us.
I
But
rolled a
less than Burb.
17.
I
You rolled
rolled
a 17?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
What'd
gonna
you
move
roll?
you. There we go.
He rolled like an 18 though.
I know, so like,
I
that's
rolled
what I'm
an
saying.
18.
I'm wondering what he rolled then.
Probably the same.
Yeah.
17.5.
Okay.
a 17.5 on a d20. He's way better at this than me. Where's my 0.5 dice?
Let's see. He's
I couldn't
what
fit
is he
my
swinging
fractal
at
dice
me
in my
with?
bag. It defies
My
reality.
Fibonacci
He's
dice.
swinging,
It
he's
defies
swinging at
logic.
me with a
Non-Euclidean
a feather
dice.
pillow.
Slashing damage.
A feather pillow.
1d6? Yikes.
A feather pillow.
You take 5 slashing damage.
Bruh!
Uh-oh. I'm at 1 HP. I'm sad.
Ding, ding, ding. Woo, woo, woo.
Bur-
That's his turn. Kiwi, it's you.
Alright, bruv. We go sideswipe. We can go 2.
Protect the children.
I'm gonna move up 5.
Okay.
2 over, 3
Sure.
up. And I'm gonna shoot El Doggo, the acolyte.
El Doggo the Acolyte.
Dogolite.
Go for it. The Dogolite.
Did any of y'all kids
D20
bring
to
some
hit.
Band-Aids? Because, like, Burb's in trouble.
I have magic hands.
15 plus 5.
You got it.
Magic
That
hands.
gets
Am I
it.
getting a sweet massage later?
Roll that
I'm
d10.
gonna lay some hands on.
Can I heal me?
That's not it.
That's fine. Roll that d10.
Yeah, I can heal anything.
Okay, cool. I can use healing word on me.
You certainly can.
All right, good.
You have
3.
2 spells. 3 plus.
Pet
No,
talk.
it's just 3.
Yeah.
But he was actually looking pretty rough. So you're doing what are you doing? Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
What spice?
For this one,
He hurt your little buddy.
maybe just salt. Just coarse sea salt.
All right. So you Eldritch Blast with coarse sea salt, and you hit him, and it just knocks the entirety of his face off. Right.
I hate faces.
And he falls over, and he's dead.
Hashtag get a new face.
Cool. It is Alora's go.
All right.
Isn't New Face a
So the
side
bird,
song?
the bird will go up
Confirm. internet.
50 feet and 10 feet up.
Okay, that's fine.
So 5 squares, or 10 squares forward.
Cool. And then Finn, it's you.
Alright. I saw that my bird friend is bleeding heavily. I'm gonna move over to Bird. I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, friend." And then I lay on hands
Okay.
and give you 5 hit points.
You get 5 hit points.
Woo, back to 6. All of a sudden, feeling like I had some of that good soup I gave you earlier.
With the rest of my move, I'm going to kind of position myself back sort of in the front and center.
Okay.
I want to be the bulwark
Gotcha.
of the horde of acolytes.
Hopefully they go after you.
Well, I just
Chicken
let's
noodle
see.
soup for the teenage.
That guy
if
died.
they want to
You
move
guys
through
killed
me,
that guy.
it'll be
2, 3, 4,
harder.
5. All right. They are starting with the one with the axe closest to me. They're gonna just move towards you. If they can move 6 slots towards you, they're gonna make an attack. So just let me know.
That's 5.
That's 5.
Yep.
All right. He's gonna roll the hit. 19 plus.
Dang.
I'm rolling high tonight,
Yeah.
guys. Plus 3, so that's 22.
For reference, my armor class is 18, which means I shouldn't get hit a whole lot, and
We're gonna
it's not represented.
You've been hit a lot.
A lot.
Hashtag ow.
I saw it. It was low.
Ouchies.
We're gonna try one more time. Okay.
Wait.
You take 5 slashing damage.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean try one more time? What is try one more
Well,
time?
yeah.
He kept landing crooked
It just landed weird the first couple times.
Alright.
because he doesn't know how to roll like a human.
I don't. Can you move the next guy towards Finn?
He rolls like a murder hobo.
What are you at?
Hurt.
Very low.
Yes, it hurts.
6.
You're dead.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
He's
now.
making a hit on you, dog pile.
Only if he rolls well, which he
2.
keeps doing. That's not well.
All right.
Let's take those.
So he misses.
Hashtag not good enough.
The next acolyte.
This isn't a hashtag.
This isn't a hashtag.
Do I
this is
only
just
have a
review.
scimitar on these guys?
And Josiah makes fun
That's
of me.
lame. I want to kill the familiar.
It's in the air.
It is in the air. It's 10 feet in the air, right?
No, but the reflective metal is coming his
It's
way.
rough something.
That arrow's making its way downtown.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Don't move it fast.
Thank you for reminding me. The next one, it's gonna see the kids and Lemon and everybody like that, and it's gonna make a charge towards them. He likes easy targets. The guy, the lizard man. In the
How many
middle.
is he moving?
Yeah, he likes easy targets. He's going. As he passes you, Finn, you get an attack of opportunity.
Not so fast!
15. That's a 20.
Oh, that hits.
6.
6. All right. So you take a bash at him.
Clothesline him.
You hit him in the side of the ribs. You hear a cracking noise, and he's looking pretty rough, but he's still making a beeline.
Correct. Well, he moved
That
to
was
6.
that was
So that was a 6.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
He
that's
needs
it.
Limit.
And then the other
Okay.
two.
I'm waiting.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Continue.
The other two are gonna make their way towards the kids as well. They want to get those squishies.
It's in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't
I have
get
a
anywhere.
solution for this.
Cool.
There he is.
And we're back to you, Zon.
Alright. So I will attack the one that is right after the bird.
Right after the bird.
Oh, oh yeah, like right in front.
That's one.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That was dude. There you go.
Perfect.
He's flying in the air.
Oh,
17.
So that's a 24.
That hits.
That's much better than last time.
Nice.
Alright, that'll be 6 damage.
6 damage on that one. Okay. He's looking pretty rough as well. So let's see. After that, it's you, Burb.
Burb notices that Phineas is feeling bad again,
Okay.
and really wants him to have some soup,
Okay.
even though he clearly doesn't have any soup.
Suit me, Birdman.
And he looks,
Soup me, Burb.
he looks at Phineas and he goes, "Hey, bro, want some soup?" In Jack's voice this time.
Okay.
So it's an old. It's like a 45-year-old man like soup.
Hey, Burb. Yeah. Hey, man. Want some soup?
Hey, little guy. wants some
Hey,
soup.
bro, want some soup?
Okay.
And that's a D4, right?
Hashtag soup family.
Yeah, I believe it's deep for healing.
Family that
words.
soups
Healing
together.
words.
stays
There's
together.
there's healing touch, which is a lot better.
No, I'm using healing word. I don't want to use cure wounds because I get 2 spells a day.
The
Healing
healing
word
word
is a
still
spell.
uses your spells.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you shift over one space, you can touch
But I thought cure wounds was those. This
It's
was my
not a
bonus
cantrip.
action.
You can use it as a bonus action, but it still uses a spell slot.
Well, that's stupid. Are you almost dead?
He's almost dead.
I'm hurting pretty bad.
Alright, fine. We're going to cure your wounds. But I'm going to move over directly behind you so they can't get me.
Good idea.
And I'm going to use cure wounds. The creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
I have neither of those.
I'm going to roll this
I'm a
d8
human.
because yours is green.
Okay, jeez.
So we're in the tower.
What's
My
my
guy.
spell casting ability modifier?
Charisma.
It's your
Charisma is 2. Alright, so 1d8 plus 2 to
This is
heal.
at least 3.
That was
10?
10.
Oh, man.
Plus whatever.
You know, rolling a d10
He
and
rolled
pulling
a
it-
10? Woo! Oh, yeah, that's 12 healing.
I said
My
you want
God.
some.
My hit point max is 12.
I said you want some.
Finn loves
soup,
the
bro?
father figure.
I
Yeah.
said you
What's
want.
your spellcasting focus right now? What instrument are you using?
I'm using
Hit with the
a.
uke.
I'm using a ukulele. I'm just shredding
Gotcha.
away on that ukulele.
So you just
Yes.
hear this uke strumming, and then you want some soup, and you feel this rush of life come back into you, and you feel great.
It was
Remember, it's vegetable soup, not chicken noodle soup.
Q eats
for
you.
the soul.
So I have 2 spell slots a day.
2 a day, and you
We're
use
hexing,
one.
baby.
Okay, hex
We're
away, my
hexing
guy.
again, and it just happens.
Hexareno.
I'm
Yep.
hexing this
Kill that guy.
That guy,
That
he's
Ding.
hexed.
good old ding dong.
Good old
And
ding dong is hexed.
You've hexed the axe ding dong in all the combats.
You don't like him, he's got a
Drug.
stupid face.
Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
12 plus 5, 17.
He explodes.
But I haven't even dealt damage to him yet.
Oh, I thought you said you did 17 damage to him. That hits.
So then, but I get a plus 6, right?
You
That
get,
hits,
you get the
that
d6.
hits.
You get to roll a d6.
But I have to do that plus
that first, then you roll a d6.
So
That's
7?
Good start.
10.
10.
So 17,
No,
10.
10 total.
7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay.
He rolled a
What's-
10 on a
what's the
d6.
spice?
What a guy.
So these guys are pretty formidable. I feel like they need a pretty good spice. And I'm running out of actual spices I know.
Ooh,
Uneducated.
ooh. What's that Korean spice? Gokujin or something like that?
Sensu beans. Alright.
No.
Those are what he like
Gochujang.
poked in my back.
That's what it is.
You made that up.
I wish I did.
We're just gonna say beans.
Oh no, sriracha. Can I pour sriracha in his eyes? Squirt some sriracha in his eyes?
Well, okay.
What would be the equivalent to sriracha? Will you make it up?
Yeah, just like a hot pepper sauce.
Very hot though.
Right.
Like a
okay.
paste.
So we're just gonna say you have a pepper, okay? You squeeze it and it shoots its contents out towards that cultist, and as it comes out, it just gets bigger and bigger and very purple, and it hits him, and he goes, ah! And he melts.
Are you listening to any of this? He's doing this on his own free will.
He melts.
Did you rub the paper?
He's dead. He's
Yeah.
super dead.
Yeah.
He's
The most
super
dead.
dead.
Take him away so I don't think that he's somewhere.
That's why I'm trying to like.
Your bird's turn.
Oh, yes. It is going to help against this guy, just yell up in his face and then fly away. Back to where he was.
Okay.
For those who can't tell, he is elevated.
Finn, it's you.
He's flying.
Or if you flip
Alright,
it and put it on top
there's
of it.
that guy
use
who's
a
trying to
cage.
run past me and get the children.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna finish him off. So
Go for
I
it.
got him on the clothesline, and I'm gonna get him on the backswing.
Okay, get him on the backswing.
You get to roll again.
Oh.
I do
You have
have
advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
22.
22, that hits.
Get him, boys.
Finish him. 8.
8 damage. So you hit him like as he was running by,
Got him on the front.
and then you come back on him and you hit him straight in the back, and he just kind of folds onto your hammer and then just goes down, and he's dead.
What did you say? Gojuji what?
Big
Gochujang or
Shrek.
something.
Wait,
Some kind of Korean spice. I don't know.
Yeah,
if-
your owl's helping out.
I sidestep a little bit so I can be better positioned.
All right, the
Yeah,
guards are
go
gonna make
ahead.
attacks
I'm
against
just
you,
looking up a
Finn,
list of spices.
because
paprika is a
you
spice,
like hurt their
isn't it?
guys. 11, does that hit?
We're gonna
No.
say it is because it sounds.
Come at me.
Paprika.
They're not guards, by the way. 16, how's that?
Nope.
Human. You gotta
Can't
use
touch
human.
this.
4.
Also, no.
Okay. Zahn, it's your turn.
4.
Ooh.
Less than 16.
Alright,
that's one.
Stay in school, kids.
Cardamom.
That's
That's
how you play
fast.
these.
Cardamom.
I'm gonna hit the same guy hit
Corey
last
Coming hard
time.
and fast. The same guy you hit last time?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep, 17.
Hits.
That'll be
Sorry.
7 damage.
7 damage. He goes down. Yeah. Shoot with that
You
arrow.
gotta use
Drop
star
back.
aim.
Phoom. Where you
It's
wanna
even
hit
shaped like a
I'm
star.
gonna get him right between the legs.
him? Oh, right between the legs.
No, you
He
can't
like
use
grabs
that
his
one.
crotch and then bleeds out and dies.
Disrespect.
The disrespect. Burb, it's your turn again. There are only 2 of these acolytes remaining.
Burb pulls up his bow. He's gonna take a shot at one of them since he's tired of casting spells. He's just constantly making the sound of a bow now.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Twang, twang, twang.
Yeah, because he's really hoping to hit him.
Why is
Except he rolled a 4, and
That does not hit.
Why is Paul's familiar still alive?
We don't know where that arrow
Yeah.
went, honestly.
Nobody
Somewhere.
knows.
It's somewhere. Who knows?
That was a cop.
that's literally a cop out.
So you missed. And you don't want to do anything else, right?
Well, I can't. I
can
only
move
get
around.
one spell a turn.
You can run around.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you can move.
In a circle.
In a circle.
additional action. I'm gonna move my hex
Move
to
your hex.
the one closest to me.
You got it.
Eldritch Blast, baby. 8 plus 5 is 13.
Damage?
Attack.
No.
Attack. Okay. That actually hits.
Okay.
What spice this time?
I'm gonna roll for damage first. I gotta see how zesty this boy is.
Zesty
I'm
boy.
going to add your 6.
2,
D6.
Plus.
We'll do.
4. So 6 total.
Sweet.
Alright, I pulled up a list of spices.
That's
So,
good.
and the last time was the cayenne pepper. I pulled out a zesty,
Cayenne pepper,
a
okay.
very throbbing red
Absolutely.
cayenne pepper.
Yeah.
And
it got everywhere.
so I'm gonna pull out a combination of thyme and coriander and kind of just hardly press it in my hands.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chuck it like a baseball.
Check it like
Or
a
a thatch ball.
A fastball.
Hashtag thatch
A
ball.
thatch ball.
Hashtag
Again, the
green-
purple energy surrounds the spice and hits that guy right in the stomach, and you hear all the air come out of him. But he's still alive. And now he's pissed.
But he's got some spice just seeping into
Yeah.
his skin.
Oh yeah, it
It
does
is pretty
not
sad.
feel good. That was Kiwi.
He
Bird's
doesn't
turn.
even like
He
coriander.
is going to go pester this guy.
That guy is pestered. Your bird goes down, distracts him, he's wise! Like that, and then Finn, it's you.
People are really afraid of birds.
I'm gonna
So
smack the
this
guy that
could
just
be
got
really,
messed
someone could be.
Well, the owl's just coming down. He doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. You have to imagine that this is going over like a few seconds, so this owl's just going like on all kinds of people, and just each person is just like
That looks like it sucks.
It's also
my turn.
dark. It's dark right now. Like
Oh,
the
that's
sun is
true.
setting. So like something coming out of the night. and coming
Bird's
out.
also quite upset about this.
And I imagine he screeches sort of similar.
Yeah.
Every now and then. For fun.
Alright, I get to get
You roll
the
with advantage.
advantage, which didn't help me a lot.
Yo!
A 10.
That misses.
That's okay.
Take a swing. He dodges it.
It's alright.
He feels pretty good about it.
It's okay.
He's gonna take a
He was
swing.
on edge from the
Big
bird.
Shrek is slow.
He's gonna take a swing
but
back
he is
at you.
indomitable.
Big Shrek swings hard.
That's a
but
10.
not fast.
The other guy is gonna take a swing at you as well. And that is a 12.
12. Less
Bad
than 18.
acolytes. It's back up to you, Zon, top of the round.
Ooh. I am. Yeah, that guy, he's gonna get shot.
Shoot him.
The one that you've hit before?
That one's dead. This is a new.
Oh, it's a new guy. Yeah.
He is no longer a factor.
18.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, I know. He does. 6.
Okay. He's looking pretty rough.
So both of these
Take
are
that
in
shot.
rough
Stick.
shape.
It's the arrow sticks in.
They're feeling.
Just kind of breaks it
They're
up.
feeling-
It's like
they're
blood
feeling it.
coming out. Not looking good. Bird, it's you. There's one guy looking pretty bloody.
Blubby.
Other guy does not
Hashtag
look
blubby.
like he's taking any damage.
The guy that doesn't look like he's taking any damage is kind of cocky, and Burb doesn't like that. And he's
Okay.
also raiding the city. Burb doesn't like that either.
No.
So he targets that guy to vicious mockery him.
Okay. Vicious mockery away. That's a will save on my end, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do I have to roll? 14 or higher?
12.
12. I rolled a 17.
Yikes.
That makes it.
So you, what's your insult?
Something good. Something good.
It's gonna miss.
Burb says in the voice of an orc, "I'm gonna kill your whole family."
So he looks kind of confused, and he turns his attention towards you, but he resists the psychic damage. Let's see, that was
He's heard your
Bird.
child
Kiwi, it's
voices.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to move around. Do you want to move around?
I want to back up just a little.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Kiwi, it's you.
My man is still hexed.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is.
So my man is getting Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
9 plus 5 is 14.
That hits.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for damage.
What are kobolds allergic to?
These are cultists.
One.
They're just human.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 1 plus 4 is 5.
what's he
Alright.
allergic to?
Alright,
I don't know.
let's go to my long list. Oh, I don't know what this spice is used for, so that's how I know it's extra deadly. I'm gonna pull out some fenugreek.
Okay.
I don't really know what to do with it, so I'm probably just gonna kick it his way, like put it on the ground and just throw it his way. I don't know what fenugreek is. That's a real thing.
So you kick up some dirt with it, and it just shotgun blasts him in the chest,
You
and there's just
like,
purple
ew.
kind of ooze coming out of him, and he falls over.
I don't even
He's
know where I
dead.
got the fenugreek.
Bird's turn.
From
Your
your
bird's
god,
turn.
Goggle Crom.
Paul.
Goggle Crom.
Goggle Crom.
Distracted.
I'm gonna pray to Goggle
Ah, the guard's freaked out. Finn, it's you for a damage roll on this last guard here.
We're gonna try. I gotta see if I hit him first. Last time was not so great. I've rolled consistently 5s on at least one of my rolls.
Oh.
So I got a 5. Plus 5 is 10 again.
Better than fumbling.
But I didn't roll that nat 1 that showed
You
up.
miss.
At least you didn't insult him.
It's you, Burb.
It's true. It's hard to miss an insult.
Burb is once again going to insult him because he's mad that his insults
Wait,
didn't
does the
carry
guy
him
not
away.
get an action?
The guy already took an action. He swung at
He
Finn
tried to
and
attack me.
missed.
They're just clanking off me. Man.
They're just missing.
I'm gonna
Big Shrek.
vicious mockery him
Big
again
Shrek.
because I'm upset that the first one didn't work. So go ahead and roll for your disadvantage or whatever it is.
Don't look at it. 15?
I don't know if that hits or not.
That doesn't hit.
Alright.
Miss again.
I guess he didn't roll a very good
Insult.
disadvantage.
At this point, he's gonna look at you and be like, "Ha! You stupid bird."
I gotta insult him. Hold on. You don't let me say what I'm gonna say to
What do you
him.
say? What do you say?
Let's see. He's a cultist, so I'm probably gonna say to him, "Your god is stupid. I hope you die."
Not as
He
cool
kind
as
of
Goggle
like that.
Crom.
Kind of like riles him up a little bit. He goes, "Dragons aren't stupid."
Ooh.
Burb is really sad that he insulted a guy whose god was a dragon.
Yeah.
Very sad because he loves dragons.
That was Burb. Kiwi, it's you. You can move that hex again if you'd like.
Yeah.
That's a bonus action, right? He gets to move hex as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna also, but
OP.
I'm gonna move up.
Pretty good.
I want to get up in his grill
Grill him.
and.
Gorilla.
With 11 herbs and
Gorilla.
spices up in his grill.
Yeah.
I think, is there a count up to 11? We're over 11.
Eldritch Blast. All right, I want to roll it again. No, Paul, do it.
Paul,
do
do the
it.
honors.
10 plus 5.
Oh, that hits.
All right.
That's 15.
You were over way there than I am.
What's the new spice?
All right. Here's that 10. Let's see that damage first. 1. That's okay. I get that extra roll. 2.
So 3 damage.
What's the dumbest spice I can find on this list?
And this guy hasn't taken any other damage.
You gotta save
He's
that
not gonna hit
first
him.
one.
He gets
first.
You hit him?
The
Okay.
right
that's okay.
time. And you gotta
Spoilers.
say it
Sorry.
wrong too.
Okay, this one's pretty dumb. I'm gonna pull out of my component bag just a big sack of mustard seeds, and I'm gonna merely try to hand them to him.
Okay, are you gonna run up to him and do that?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so this acolyte, this cultist sees you run up to him, and you hand him the bag of spices, and he's just already kind of confused with everything that's happening. So he reaches out his hand, and you just drop the spice, and it falls through just melts his hand completely off, and he holds it, ah! And then the mustard you see just kind of crawls into his brain, and he dies.
Times.
So let me get this straight. This guy stood there while a giant lizard man, a big human, and a little bird hurled insults and spices at him until he died.
Yeah.
Why did he not disengage and hide?
Man, he was like, he thought he could take you. And this all happens very quickly, like combat, like
Oh yeah.
And also,
your,
he
your
wanted the
turn
kids.
is about
Fine.
6 seconds.
That's fine.
He didn't
I
want the
stood there and
children.
yelled
He
at
wanted
him.
the kids.
Tyr missed him, and the lizard man gave him mustard.
I mean, that happens sometimes.
I'm consulting my god of Goggle Crom.
You guys are
Goggle
out of combat.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, you can see the gate to the keep. It is well lit, and if you
It's
guys
lit.
make a run for it, you can probably make it there pretty quickly.
Quickly
Let's go.
to the keep.
Do we have to take the children with
I
us?
Oh, you do.
It feels dangerous.
They're going to the keep. The keep's a good place.
The keep is a good place.
What's
Don't
going to be
worry,
at the keep, guys? What's going to be at the keep?
What's going to be at the keep? Nobody knows.
A big dragon.
I don't know, but I feel amazing.
Oh, that's right. You got
I
healed
can
up.
fight 3 dragons.
You got healed up.
The best
I'm running
soup.
low on
All right.
spice.
So you guys start running. You
Yeah,
guys start
we
running
start.
towards the keep, and you can see there's guards perched on the top of this keep. There's a wall. There's a big gate with some like spiked metal kind of gate up at the top that is not down. The gate is open, and you can see guards all lined up with the bows along it. As you're running towards it,
Portcullis.
they recognize Lennon and the kids, and Lemon and the kids.
Lemon.
Yeah, sure, we'll call her Lemon. They
Lemon.
recognize Lemon and the kids, and they say, "Oh, more townsfolk!" And so they kind of crank up the secondary door of the keep, and you guys,
Portcullis.
the portcullis, and you run in.
Hashtag.
As soon as you guys run in, they slam it shut. The gates come down. The spiked gate comes down the door. You guys are the last ones in. And then let's figure out what happens next. I'll consult my notes.
This is where we get to just talk freely. Nice, we're uninteresting.
You're uninteresting.
I'm glad you take that water. I don't want it.
So after you guys after you guys run in, the gate slams shut. You see that you kind of like on your tail. There were more kobolds and like other things and so like mercenaries, cultists, and stuff like that. A couple of them run forward into the torchlight, and they're immediately downed by arrows. And that door is not opening again anytime soon.
Nice.
So as soon as you guys come in, there's some guards rush around, like some townsfolk and stuff like that, and they carry the kids away, and they carry the Lemon and Jack away as well to kind of like care for their wounds and stuff like that. One of the guards comes up. He introduces himself.
True love exists.
True love exists.
True love exists.
Jack and Lemon.
Jack and Lemon.
And he says, I really appreciate what you guys did out there. Thank you for bringing those townsfolk back. This all happened so soon. We don't really know what's going on. My name is Sergeant Marcus. And he shakes your hand, Burby, because he recognizes you. He's like, Burby, I'm glad you came back. Where's your ukulele? And he kind of like looks around on your back for an instrument that you do not have on you.
And Burb goes, wah, wah, wah.
He says, oh, that's a bummer. That was a really beautiful instrument. Anyway.
Said no one ever.
Said no one ever.
Apparently,
In this universe it happens, but not in ours. Not in ours.
Apparently, Sergeant Pepper.
Actually, it was a nice instrument. That's what he says.
It was a nice instrument.
That's what Sergeant Pepperoni says.
Yeah.
I already forgot his name.
So
Marcus?
he comes up to you.
Good job.
He also mentions, he says, Governor Nighthill, the governor of the town, would like to speak with you guys and thank you. And I think he wants to ask a couple more favors of you, but I don't know why he didn't come down and ask you himself.
Can I roll the tone to slow his roll?
You can tell him whatever you want.
Slow your roll.
He kind of steps back because you're a giant lizard man.
I'm a giant lizard man.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's just everything has been so crazy tonight. I'm kind of running on nerves at this point."
His daddy's got several Eldritch blasts.
And he kind of looks. He looks
up
at
the
you
hip.
and he looks at Burb and he goes, "Who's your friend?" And he points to Kiwi.
Big man. He's asking you.
Burb just says slow your roll exactly as Kiwi said, but like at the end he like makes this weird squeaky noise.
Okay.
He's trying to diffuse the situation.
Okay, he's trying to defuse. Okay.
But
All right.
at the same time he also agrees.
So Market looks a little bit confused and he says, "All right, well, any friend of Burby's is, I guess, a friend of ours." And he kind of just backs away and gives you a sidelong look. He also, before he leaves, mentions that Governor Nighthill is at the top of the keep and would like to speak with you guys. But in the center of this keep, you can also see that there's various guards that are looking pretty beat up. They're not looking too good, and they are really tense because there's still a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Burb says in Finn's voice, "Not so fast."
As Marketh walks away?
No, to everyone in the group once the guy's gone.
Not so fast.
Okay.
Because Burb's nervous.
Burb's nervous about all the stuff that's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see my friend Leo, who I have come here to meet?
Leo is not here. Although you think that he would have been here. He did mention that he would be here.
Yeah, but I'm worried. Now I'm worried that Leo is caught outside the gates.
Leosin, yeah. You're more than welcome. You see some kind of guards wandering around and things like that. You're more than welcome to question some of the townsfolk if you're curious as to his whereabouts.
I will ask him if a monk by the name of Leosin Erlunthar has been around and where he might be now.
So you kind of get the attention of just a guard that is kind of making his way up to the tower.
His name's Roy.
Roy?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Guardsman Roy.
Guardsman Roy.
Roy, please, a moment of your time.
Guardsman Roy goes, "Oh yeah, I remember there was a monk in here earlier this week, but after the attack, I haven't seen him."
Well, thank you for the news. I appreciate it.
So yeah, after that he just kind of sloughs back up the stairs. He's not really excited about going up.
Roys don't get promotions usually. Roys tend to not be hard workers, so I'm not surprised by Guardsman Roy.
Roy is my boy, alright? right?
Roy's your boy?
is on his
Who's my
way.
boy?
How did he slough? What's a slough? How do you do
He
that?
just kind of like put his arrow. He's like, I haven't. Listen, man, I haven't seen
That's
him.
a made up word. Gochujang is a real sauce. That's a made up word.
All right, my guy.
Was it a sauce or a
Slough? You think slough is not a real word?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll look it up later.
There's a
Goggle crom.
goggle crop.
Goggle
Goggle
crop.
I'm
crop.
gonna take a
God's
moment to
goggle
meditate to my god of goggle
Those are
crom.
things.
Okay.
So
But guys, I believe we should go up and meet this captain. In the situation, there's nothing else we can do other than face the situation
Let
head
us
on.
speak with the mayor and
Burb says in the little kid's voice, "You got it, Daddy-O."
You got it, Daddy. All right.
Oh,
So you guys make your way. You go into the keep. You make your way up a long flight of stairs, and up, kind of overlooking the town. There is a like a balcony, and you see a man in about his 70s. He's got a bandage over his head, and one of his arms is bandaged up, and there's kind of a little bit of blood there, but he's kind of patched up. He turns around and introduces himself as Governor Nighthill. Yes, Governor Nighthill. And he has kind of been organizing
But that's not like
the
humble
resistance
down, that's like-
to this attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's slough off. That was a colloquialism.
And
That's how snake
what's
kills
he gonna
its
say
skin.
to you?
He got you.
Let me give you the
You're the only one
let me
that
give
loves
you the
here.
Yeah.
description of this guy. An old man with bandaged arms stands looking out over the town. Next to him stands a stout dwarf who's absent-mindedly thumbing through a ring of keys. So Governor Nighthill says, "Thank you, adventurers, for helping more townspeople get to the keep here. This attack was quite sudden, and we've lost much of the town to this attack. This is my friend and the keeper of the estate, Castellan Escobar, the Red." And he introduces the dwarf. The
That
dwarf
name
kind of
sucks.
just kind of waves at you. He's not really too interested. He's more interested in his keys,
Okay.
as he's just kind of milling through those.
They had keys back then.
Yeah, oh
Back then isn't a real
They've got
thing.
keys.
Oh.
He's got
hashtag back
keys.
then.
Dragons didn't ever exist.
I don't know. Have you seen dinosaurs?
Hashtag early 90s.
Yeah.
Like year 90.
Governor Nighthill, kind of nervously, with his
keys back
one
then.
working hand, kind of looks down at it and looks back up at you and says,
I bet it's
I was
just
wondering
a stick
if
that they poke in a hole in it.
I could
opens
ask
it.
one more favor of you. There's still several townspeople who are stuck out in Greenest, and we're trying to get them all back here before, well, something worse happens to them. If you could make your way back out of the keep and rescue as many as you can, we would appreciate it.
That seems like a very fine endeavor. Any hazard pay by chance?
He kind of nods and looks down and says, "Well, this is pretty important." And he kind of like does some math in his head, and he goes, "If
Reminds me
you're
of our
willing
boss."
to assist," nice. Thanks for the burn.
I got one in.
He goes, "If you're willing to help us through the night, I'd be more than happy to pay you each 150 gold pieces."
Well,
Birds?
very charitable.
Burb says that's some good soup.
That's some good
That's a
soup.
good soup.
Now, do we have any idea of what will... Is this place safe against the big dragon that we saw?
He looks kind of nervous, and he goes, I don't know." So he's
Solid.
He's not like
He's not a good
sure
mayor.
about that.
No, this is the Castellan. Yes?
No. This is Governor Nighthill.
Oh, okay.
This is the mayor of Townsville.
This is the mayor of Townsville. Castellan Escobar. This guy's got the craziest name, by the way. I'm gonna try to do like a really lame Scottish accent for him. He just mentions he's like, what?
That's like a French sounding name, not Scottish.
Escobar?
Dude, you want him to be a French dwarf?
Yes.
Escobar.
Escobar the Red. He goes, the dwarf walks up to you guys and goes, "Listen, there's an old tunnel that leads out of the keep. You may be able to sneak some people through there.
Secret tunnel.
I have a key for it." And he kind of like pulls a really old looking key, and he's gonna hand it to you, Zon.
Dun dun dun, the old
He's like,
key.
"I have a key for it.
Oldest of keys.
Nobody has used it in quite some time." And he gives you the directions to it. It's in the bottom of the keep.
The key's not gonna work.
He tells you, into a storeroom behind some barrels. There's this door
Yeah.
to an old tunnel. that never actually was used. It was built a long time ago, he explains, to prevent, to allow supplies to come in the case of an attack, which is happening right now.
Yeah.
That's
This is the first
a
time.
wordy little guy, isn't he?
He is a wordy guy. So that's all he tells you. He gives you the key and says, if you want to use the tunnel, you can.
Alright. Where does it, do we know where it leads out to?
He kind of thinks for a minute and he goes, I believe it leads out to the river that runs along the side of the town.
Okay. Alright. And do we know where the other townspeople might be hiding?
He thinks for a minute and then he says, I know that there's some townspeople held up in the Church of Shantae.
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 He is French. He's just making up.
Yeah.
I knew it.
He mentions that
Verb
there's
is
some
perceptive.
townsfolk holed up in the sanctuary of Shantae. And he kind of looks worried and he says, I don't know how long they'll
17.
last though,
Called.
because the raiders have found out that they're held up in there.
Okay.
The Oakland Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders. Yeah.
They've come to attack Greenest because they beat him at Thatch Ball.
They beat the greenest dragons at Thatch Ball.
Governor Nighthill also kind of steps in and he says, also, if you could capture one of the higher ranking members of this attack, I'd like to find out why they're even attacking the city. We don't know why they're here, and I sure would like to know. If you could bring one back to me alive, I'd really
A
appreciate it.
cultist, of course.
A cultist, some kind of high-ranking officer.
Okay.
As he says that, he kind of like motions out over the town, and you can see kind of moving on the outskirts of the torchlight from the keep. You can see a figure in a purple robe, and she is being escorted by 12 cultists. And he kind of points to that one and says, "You might not want to go for that one.
Okay.
It did a number on our guards earlier, and we lost quite a few good men."
Sorry.
And then he goes back to being sad. He's just sad.
But we should, but also, I don't think bonus
Don't go for
points.
that one.
I think it's like, do we really need to ask them why they're doing this? They've got a dragon on their crew.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think they have much of a say. The dragon's just like, I'm gonna burn a town. So they'll probably be like, oh boy, which one?
So as you're discussing how crazy that is, you do hear kind of the flap of wings and kind of just a distant roar as this dragon kind of lazily flies in a circle. He seems kind of disinterested in this. He's not really putting in too much work. He's just hanging out. They sure can.
It's that
And this
fireproof
dragon
thatch.
You are way too far away from it to
Keep him
talk
away.
He's
to him.
shooting away.
Yeah, I know, but does this one talk?
Oh yeah.
I
Most
can't
dragons
wait.
do. So I hear.
So, with that, let's see. Do you have any more questions for Governor Nighthead?
I'm going to agree.
Do you need manacles by chance?
Manacles?
Manacles.
For when we happen to capture.
Bring somebody back in.
Manacles?
Manacles?
Manacles.
Escobar kind of like rummages around in his beard, and because he's got a big red beard,
Wow.
he kind of like pulls out a chain, and it's got 2 manacles on the end of it.
I
And he
wanna
hands it
touch
to
his
you,
beard.
and
These
again,
are-
the beardly cuffs.
He pulls them out and he goes,
So go ahead and
"These are
put
permissive,
handcuffs in your
Escobar," and
inventory.
hands them to you.
He's also going to get a smaller key off of his keyring and kind of give it to you. As he gives it to you, he doesn't quite let go of it, and he goes, "Make sure to get this back to me. I like my keys."
Of course.
He also said,
Never trust weird key guy.
Or asking for manacles.
You guys can do whatever you want. You can head towards that tunnel that he said. You guys can head out. You can just jump out the window if you want to. You'll take fall damage though.
Yeah.
I sure would like that.
So you guys think we should head down?
Can we take a nap?
Would you guys like to take a short rest?
Daddies have no nap. We have no spells.
Ooh, short rest. I like that idea.
Short.
Yeah.
Well, now a short rest won't recharge spells.
Never
Won't
church.
recharge spells.
Like,
You get the idea that if you
Still
were to
charge
take a
warlock
long rest
ones.
right now, then all of the bad things that are happening right now would just happen.
that's
and,
fine.
And you would wake up to a pretty destroyed town.
We
When we
can.
wake
Can I
up,
find Roy and give him a good slap before anything else?
We can.
I didn't like the way Roy talked to a paladin.
If we short rest for an hour, you can recover some hit points.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're at
that's
one
fine.
hit die, right? Or as many hit die as you want.
Well, one hit die because we only have one.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right, you guys can go ahead and take a short. So we'll just say like while all this is happening, You're getting information. You guys can go ahead and take a short rest as well. So roll a hit die to recover some
What's a
hit
hit
points.
die?
So over here on your sheet, you'll have like under your hit points. There's a hit die box. It's a little
Oh, a
there,
D8.
right there. So that's what your amount is that you can roll.
But I can't go over my max.
Correct. So you roll that
I got it right here.
and
Is
add
it
your
the
Constitution
yeah,
modifier.
Constitution
For what
modifier, yep.
you regain. You can take it in just
6, you're
full
full.
health.
I'm back to
Archery.
8 health.
I already got mine back.
Yeah. Zahn never did really run that far into battle.
No, that's my
What'd you
plan.
roll?
I rolled 2, but I was at 6, so I don't go full. I mean, I'm telling you, but I'm stronger than you.
Oh, okay.
'Cause you're a bird.
Yeah, I've got little bird bones and they're hollow and weak. I got little birdie legs too.
Roy.
Um,
I honestly don't like Roy's. That was another interaction I've had with a Roy that went south.
I'll say this. So as you guys
You
are
didn't even have the
kind of
interaction.
As you kind
I was
of
there.
guys are recovering and stuff like that, Governor Nighthill does notice that you guys are pretty beat up. He's going to call up a couple clerics.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to heal you all to full health.
I think we're all.
Are you guys all at full already?
No.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself at full health. And he's also going to give you a healing potion.
Neat.
Yeah.
One healing
Um,
potion.
Thanks, Greenest. What a terrible town. All they have is a healing potion.
Governor Nighthill also kind of, as you guys are on your way out from the balcony or whatever, he kind of puts his arm on your shoulder and goes, "Burby, I'm missing my father's pocket watch. Have you seen it?"
Burp says no.
Burp says-
Burp doesn't know how to say no. In his mother's voice, he says, I don't know where you put it.
He kind of thinks for a minute and
that's
goes,
good.
"You're probably right, I misplaced it. Well, I was just wondering. Also, where's your ukulele?"
We don't know.
Wah, wah, wah.
Is that what you lost?
Yeah. Also, Burp is probably making a slight ticking noise right now.
Nice.
Like a pocket watch.
Like a
except
pocket
it's
watch.
definitely not coming from Burp.
Oh,
It might be
nice.
coming from his pocket.
Nice. Well, Governor Nighthill's 70 years old and he doesn't hear it.
Burp is also blown away that they have pocket watches back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hashtag year 90. Keys and pocket watches.
Keys and pocket watches.
Burp loves technology.
Dang.
It's more of one of those sundial things.
Burp is pissed that it doesn't work at night. He's just
Alright,
making a
you
ticking
guys gonna make
noise.
your way to the old
Let's
tunnel?
do it.
Alright.
Secret tunnel time.
You guys make your way down to the old tunnel. It's going to be about five of those things across.
5 things across.
Mhm.
Holy cow.
5 of those squares across. So you go down, you follow the dwarf's instructions, you go into that storeroom, and then sure enough, behind a whole bunch of old barrels and stuff, there's an old door. Finn, I'd like you to go ahead and make a strength check to try to yank this guy open.
Yeah, don't let the little
No,
bird
wait,
do it.
did we turn the key already?
Big
Huh?
Did we turn the key already?
Shrek.
No, you haven't.
No. Can we
Can you try the key?
try the key first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do we
let's
have
see.
to roll to use a key?
Yeah, actually,
I don't
it's
use
an
a key.
it's an old door. Paul, go ahead and roll for dexterity on
Oh.
opening
The
the
key either
door.
works or it doesn't.
Okay.
It's an old key.
Hey.
It's about to break.
You gotta jostle it.
It's his oldest key.
Alright, that's a whole 12.
Yep, that goes in, and you hear a little click, and the door opens.
Okay.
And
Rob.
before you is an old, dark tunnel.
I totally could have ripped that door off its hinges.
I
Just
re-
checking.
Hey, can you rip it off its hinges now?
Actually, I do.
He rolled a
That seems
15.
unnecessary. Clang.
Rips it off its
He
hinges.
rolled a 15 strength. You rip that door open. Boom. It's open.
I looked at the key and I'm just okay.
He did say to bring the key back.
He did say to bring the
He
key.
said the other
You're
key,
gonna
the
you're gonna
manifold
need
key.
that key.
Nothing
Spoilers.
about the door itself.
But this door's never been used.
All right. So
Now
you
it
guys
has.
open this tunnel, and you see that this
Super
was indeed like an old
Abuse.
tunnel used to transport goods and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's damp in there. There's actually running water going through this tunnel.
Okay.
And if you follow that running water, you get the idea that you'll make your way towards
Would
the
you say that
exit.
this tunnel is moist?
Oh, it's moist.
Ew.
Okay.
Everyone
Low
just
brow.
What's the
Moving
order? What's the
just
order in which you'd like to
Hashtag.
march this tunnel?
I will go second.
Are we traveling with light? No light?
Yeah, I'm
stealthy?
gonna-
Not stealthy?
Fletchlight again.
Fletchlight?
Flashlight.
Yo!
All right. We got it!
That was it! You did it again!
We got it!
That was Paul!
That was Paul.
Oh jeez, Paul!
Alright.
Oh,
Alright.
My world is shook right now.
Alright.
So first up will be Finn, and
Yeah.
second, and
Alright, so
Alright,
this is the order that we're in?
yeah.
I don't know that we can
He
do
outdid
that.
you.
He's good. I'm gonna play this game like a robot now.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, yeah.
What'd you get?
Look at my eyeballs.
Smile with your eyes.
This is perception.
This is just perception.
Okay, that would be a 17.
17. 5. Alright, as you guys are just like walking down this tunnel, you hear kind of like a faint chittering, and the chittering gets louder and louder and louder.
Mm.
And you've got that light, right?
Mhm.
So you kind of hold up
Nice
the light.
sidestep.
Nice, yeah. And you see 2 swarms of rats running straight at you guys.
Oh, fun.
And let you guys roll for initiative.
Bird thinks rats are delicious.
Does he?
Oh yes.
Okay.
2 swarms of rats.
Cool. I mean, your lizard man might join you in the meal there. He does like to eat.
3
How does
potions.
D20s keep going missing?
4 party members.
Yeah, where are the d20s, you guys?
Here we go. Alright. That's
6.
Alright. 6
Roll,
plus
my guys.
3.
For perception?
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
we're
whoa, whoa,
initiative. To fight the swarm.
That's a 2. It was on screen.
Also.
So what'd you get? 3?
I got
Roll.
a 9.
I got a roll.
Yeah,
9?
6 plus 3.
I rolled a 9.
9. What'd you get?
I got a 2.
2. What'd you get?
Also a 2.
Also.
I rolled a 3, but I have a -1 because I'm slow.
To what?
Okay.
Life.
My
Initiative.
initiative.
Dex.
Because my dex is
Dex modifiers.
Gravity.
So would that have been a
Two
dex?
is 17.
You add dex, yes.
Okay. For initiative.
Mhm.
Correct. Change your
Mine's
2.
0 now.
What did he roll? He rolled a 3.
What'd you roll?
9.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. So I rolled a 13 because I don't know how to do this.
Oh, you rolled a 13.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, that's fine.
Josiah will go before me because I have a negative modifier.
Okay, I got it. So you got 2 swarms of rats coming at you.
2 swarms of
And the bird got you 5.
Ooh, the bird got a 5.
Okay.
But Laura.
Bird is going to go up
4
in
party
front of that
members.
swarm.
Is your bird's
3
name Laura?
potions,
Oh,
2
Laura.
swarms of
Oh,
rats.
Laura.
But we only have one hit.
I know, but for this fun.
I've got to find rats in here. Is it under rats or swarm of rats?
Look under R for rats.
Thanks, man.
It's at the back. It's under beasts.
Oh, it's under beasts?
It'll actually be under S for swarm.
Will it be under S for swarm?
But it won't be in this. It'll be in like the little tiny boxes.
Bear
Go
rat.
past the there.
Oh, in the appendix?
Yeah.
Yo, what's that? Find out what that is for me.
That's what.
That was the only creature I didn't prepare.
Swarm of rats.
It's a hat pattern at that card.
He ripped it! How
Are
did
you,
he do it again?
are you magicians?
This is
What?
actually
Oh.
the most incredible thing he's
Here we
ever
go.
done.
Swarms.
I
The
know,
nature of
right?
swarms.
I don't think he actually did this on purpose.
Swarm of quippers? We're not doing that. Look, Paul shaking his head.
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope,
A
nope.
swarm of what?
Swarm of owls.
Like
A
piranhas.
swarm of quippers.
Are
But
they
this is not
birds?
a. This is not
They're
a.
resistant to everything.
This is not an underwater tunnel. This is a moist tunnel. It's different.
Cool. So these rats are going to run up, and since you guys are in this tunnel and good Sir Finn is running the front, they are going to make a bite at you.
How many rats we got?
Bite
2
me,
swarms?
my
which
guy.
2 swarms of rats.
2 swarms of rats. If you just want to like leave a clod of rats, that's like one unit.
It's a swarm.
Yeah. Apparently they're swarming on me.
10.
Nope.
No dice. Burb, it's your go.
Okay. Bird. How do you fight a swarm of rats?
You should got to hit them before
Start
they're dead, my guy.
stomping.
Yeah, I can't insult them,
It's-
I guess. Yeah, no, I'm gonna vicious mockery them.
Sure.
How would you mock a rat? Now think
Rat-
about that.
You mock the entire swarm.
You mock the whole
It's actually
swarm.
probably more effective than me just like trying to
You
hit
just
you.
chitter in a really high pitched voice.
I know
Can you
what I'm
sound
gonna
like-
do. I gotta, let me roll to see if I get to do it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That hits.
Ooh, rats are gross.
Nice.
Oh,
In the little girl's voice.
You kind of hear this like, "Wah!" like, just
Collective
uproar from the
rat
rats.
screech.
They're angry about this. Go ahead and roll a d4 for damage.
4.
Hey.
4 damage?
And they're disadvantaged now.
That's right. Shoot. Okay. Cool.
All of them.
Nice.
All right.
Psychic attack.
Zahn, it's you.
Alright.
I'm assuming you did that to the ones attacking Finn, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Big Shrek. Big Shrek.
Guessing
Ain't
this
afraid of
tunnel
no
isn't
rats.
exactly 5 feet wide, so I'll just.
It is.
So it's exactly 5 feet wide?
Yeah. So we need to
So how are they?
squash this
Okay.
swarm a little bit. It's like what did you here? It's 6. 5. Perfect.
It's not
Perfect. Here's your wall.
Oh, it's not 5 feet wide, it's more than 5 feet wide. It's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet wide. It's 5 foot squares.
Is this
You guys are children.
Is this 5 squares wide or is it 5 feet wide?
It's 5 squares wide. It's a wide tunnel.
That's what I.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
It's a wide
If it
tunnel.
was a supply tunnel, I don't feel like it would be
Yeah.
like
It's
Give it
it's a good
Yeah.
25 feet wide.
cool. That's what I thought.
And I'm going to shoot a swarm with an arrow.
That seems highly ineffective. Unless you can skewer several of them at once.
I might get a little shish kebab rats going on.
Rat.
All right, you're gonna skewer some rats.
Mhm.
Rat kebab.
That is
Woo!
critically unskewered rats.
That's a one.
One.
All right. So this time you're gonna take a shot at these rats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's gonna hit. It's gonna miss the rats. It's gonna reflect off some stone, kind of like bounce around the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back and hit poor Laura.
No, Birdie! Oh, Laura.
Laura disappears.
You killed your own familiar!
Another
No!
arrow. It finally came around. It bounced all the way back to the
Oh,
tunnel.
we'll find out what happens to that arrow later.
Oh, will we?
Yeah.
Jeez, what's the,
You guys ever seen the
what's
Looney Tunes? Hashtag Looney Tunes.
What's
Yeah,
the hang
that-
time on that shot, though?
Oh, it may not necessarily still be in the air.
Oh.
Let's see, that was Zahn. Friend is dead. All right, the other rats come up to you, Finn, and they're going to make another attack.
Other rats? Man, I'm just getting ratted on.
14.
No.
Kiwi, it's you.
They're
There are
like
2 rats
they're like
swarming around
inhabiting my
Finn.
space.
MySpace?
Guys.
The old social networking tool.
Was it a social networking tool?
I don't know.
I thought it was
It was
just like a
something.
platform for whatever it was.
Bulletins. Yo, is there any way I can do like burst damage? Is that a thing?
AoE damage?
I don't know, my friend.
Like
but do something.
area of effect.
Yeah.
This
So like
sucks.
multiple
I have
targets.
2 piles of
Yes, but not
rats,
with
like,
Eldritch Blast.
Witch bolt,
squishing me.
but I can't do
Witch
it.
bolt is single
I'm in
target.
my armor.
All right.
And you also have no spell slots left.
This sucks.
Oh wait, you did a short rest?
Don't have spell slots back.
Yeah.
Get a long rest. Warlock life is hard.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Jam it.
6 plus 5 is 11.
That hits.
Should be pretty heavy. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to hit these rats.
Because there's a lot.
D10 for damage. 5 to the swarm.
Alright, some of the rats die.
Destroy it.
That particular swarm looks a little bit scared now. They don't look really happy about them. Finn, it's your go.
I'm gonna stomp on some rats.
Stomp them.
Rat stomping time.
Do that stomp
Particularly,
shot.
particularly some rats that just got seasoned.
Seasoned
Bird's
rats.
excited about these seasons.
9.
9 to hit.
Yes.
Just 9?
Just
I hit him with
Oh, you
star
miss.
anus.
Alright.
big stupid boots.
Alright, those first rats are going to
You
take
gotta
another
show
swing
me
at
the camera when you play Star Wars and you cast star anus.
I think I'm gonna save that for the dragon.
11?
Yes.
Nope.
No hit. Burb, it's you. Bye.
As long as they
So,
focus on me.
Bird's gonna vicious mockery them again.
Go for it.
So roll
They're
to see if
apparently
it
not
hits
very
so we can
wise.
find out what he's gonna vicious mockery them with.
Oh, it hits.
It hits.
Just
That's
like
a
act
2.
like a cat.
That's what I was about to do. Bird makes the loudest cat meow you've ever heard in your life.
Oh, man.
Meow 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 meow.
Alright, roll your d4.
Have you ever heard a cat?
A cat through the eyes of or ears of a bird. 1. It
1
was,
damage.
From the highest heights.
I guess. I had advantage on them though, don't I?
No.
I don't think you have advantage.
I thought
It's
they
not
were.
a-
I thought they were disabled.
Oh, I should have had advantage though. No.
No,
You
but
knocked
they
it
have
down.
disadvantage.
So
Meaning
they're
when they-
disabled.
When they attack you, they have to take the lower of 2d20s rolled.
Oh, okay.
They take 1 damage.
So you're gonna
And
hit
that's
most
the owl
times.
thing.
These rats are very agitated. They're starting to panic a little bit. You can tell their
My
squeaks are
agitated
getting higher.
rats.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
So do I have disadvantage?
They
on both
have
of them?
disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, did you do that to the other swarm?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now both swarms have disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're both disadvantaged. And Zon.
They both have no privilege.
Now, if I had a thing that hurt everything in 1 5-foot square, would that
Yes.
do more damage than a single
It
target?
would have to specify that it does more than single target damage.
Okay. Well, I'll look at that swarm of rats real hard and burst it into flames.
Oh, doing a bonfire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, absolutely.
They have to make a dex set.
A dex save.
To take half.
11.
Do I
You take
also
half.
have to make a dex save?
They take half.
Oh.
He can angle it so that they're outside of your square.
Okay, I don't know how much space this swarm of rats takes up.
They're close to you. Their attack is a range of 0, but they're away from you.
Which that would do anything. Okay. Alright, so they take half of 3 fire damage.
Half of 3, so
Yes.
rounding up, that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
So 13.
Scorched rats.
Scorched
Bird's
rats.
excited because they've been
Now these
sliced
rats are
and cooked.
super agitated.
They've been-
Some of them are fire. Like some of them have rolled over. They're like spiced and cooked. They're starting to smell actually pretty good to you
Yeah.
guys.
We
Not so much to
we
you
talked
guys.
about rat bombs.
Now, if they stay in that
Yeah.
square, they're
They
going
will-
to keep taking damage.
They will continue to take damage, correct. So they are indeed going to stay in that
They're
square.
dumb rats.
Because they're dumb rats and they're angry. So they're gonna, let's see, if they stay in the square, so another dex save?
I think it was.
Well, I
if they
think once
stay
they're
in
in
there,
the square,
They're just gonna take
already-
D6?
they're going to take a D8.
Do I roll for that? Or D8?
Yeah, it's a D8.
Oh gosh, alright. Alright, so they take 5 damage, and after more of their rank fall, they're gonna hightail it out of there. Just
Okay.
run back down the tail. They're gone.
They died?
Most of them.
Some of them died,
A
some ran
swarm.
away.
Enough
Now
of them
there's
for them to
still
disperse, basically.
one swarm left, but now it is your turn, Kiwi.
Well,
Season them.
Spice them up.
they call me a one-trick pony for a reason.
Okay,
Miss.
that was good.
Retry. Oh, double miss. Rebound.
18 plus 5 is 23.
That's super hits.
Man, I'm gonna hit something today. Before this day is over.
Before this day is through.
What spice
Three.
was it? What spice was it?
Alright, now that I've calculated damage. 3, but these are dumb rats.
And Finn, it'll be your go. As,
Not that one.
as Kiwi
Not
looks
that
up
one,
the
we gotta
spice.
save that one.
Hit 'em with some basil. Alright.
Hey!
Just hit them with some basil.
We'll wait.
Some basil leaves.
Okay.
Some basil
So
leaves.
you
up
sprinkle
there.
some basil on it, it burns them, they cry out in pain.
23.
23 to hit hits.
8.
Some tasty
8
stuff.
damage?
8 points of stompy damage.
Stomping damage. So you swipe your hammer through them, and you cleave just a bunch of these. I mean, I know that's the wrong word, but you just hit a bunch of these rats.
I take my time spent among the thatch ball players and just
Thatch ball players.
right
Cool.
out.
You
Right
launch
down-
you
right down
launch
the
some
tunnel.
of these rats against the wall, and they just splat against the wall, and they kind of just.
It's been a long time. It's like
Ooze
a
down.
thatch ball, but the
Good.
Those
Yeah,
rats
It's like
run
riding a
away.
horse.
yeah,
The old thatch ball days.
the old thatch ball days.
Those rats run away,
Playing for the greenest dragons.
and you guys are
No,
out of
that's
combat.
I played at the
Yay.
monastery.
Cool.
Oh, it's a monastery.
Yeah, I played with the Knights of
Little
Tyre.
sad lord.
Or the,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, the Knights of Tyre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
Well,
Your blimp loved going to the Knights of Tyre games.
So
it was like the Army Navy. We
you guys are
play
about
other-
halfway
play
through
other
this
churches.
tunnel now, and
Burb's gonna pick up a couple of those spiced cooked rats and put them in his backpack.
okay, you're not gonna eat any now. You're just gonna put them in your backpack.
We're in a hurry.
All right, you put them in your
I mean,
backpack.
Daddy's fine. He took no damage.
Yeah.
Josiah, I'd like you
I don't think
to
eating a rat
roll
works like that.
a perception check for me.
Whomst?
You, Kiwi.
So I roll a d20.
Yeah, roll that d20.
Roll
It was a 16, but I get plus 1, so 17.
So 17. That's pretty good.
yeah,
all right.
good job.
So
Good job at looking at it.
from the light coming off of Zon's arrow, you notice out of the corner of your eye there's a little bit of an alcove, like just a little kind of an offshoot in this tunnel. And there's one bat just hanging from the ceiling, and it looks like it's trying to catch your attention. It looks at you. So if you lock eyes with it, it'll kind of lock eyes with you and look straight below it, kind of like that.
So my god is Nathion, which is the Lord of Bats. So he sent something to like give us a clue into something, I assume.
Maybe.
I guess
Would you like to go over there?
I'll investigate.
Okay.
Hark,
A
this
blessing.
bat calls to me.
All right. So straight directly below the bat, there is what it looks to be an old chest,
The owl graveyard.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And as if you kind of reach out to it, it just clicks open.
Dun, 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 dun.
Slowly.
My god is sick. Where is yours
slowly
at?
open. Okay.
Protecting me from swarms of rats.
Would you like to look in the
But not
box?
knives. Wielded by
I sure
kobolds.
would.
Okay.
Only those.
There's a simple pouch.
A simple pouch.
A simple
on.
pouch. In
Not a complex pouch.
in the
How
in
big
the
is
crate.
this pouch? What's its size?
Are you gonna pick it up?
All the secrets!
All right. This is what I get for putting my legs through the hole. Nice.
I'm oddly specific.
Oh, everything's ruined. Everything's ruined. All right, there we
You
go.
fixed it.
You pick it up. It's a sizable pouch. It's like about this big. It's a little heavier than it would appear. Okay. And you can sense that this item is a little bit magical, and it would take you some time to attune to it.
So do I look in the pouch or do I put it away?
You can look in the pouch.
I'd like to look into the pouch.
There appears to be some spices in the pouch.
Count them.
What kind of spices?
How many spices? What kind of spices?
I'm gonna give this to you. You can read it, but you will need to attune to it before you can use it.
What does that mean?
So you have to spend a short rest becoming familiar with the item.
We're not resting for a while.
You like
probably.
you put like
Not
paw
for a
through
while.
it.
You can
feel
count
for
like
its
pop
If
magic.
you want to get real familiar with it, I know a way.
Nice.
All right. After that little engagement, you guys can continue going down through the tunnel.
Okay.
Secret tunnel.
You don't run into anything else as you walk
Sweet.
down this tunnel. You do notice at the very end there is a grate with a lock on it, but it is very old and rusted.
Try the key.
Would you like to try the key?
Yes.
Please make a dexterity roll.
I really want to
As a 20 plus 3.
Is it nat 20?
Nat 20!
Oh,
I'm not gonna just
nice.
sprung my way through
Okay.
anything.
All right, so you slip the key into the lock and you click it open, and and this is a rusty thing, but you just finesse it just right. It opens up, doesn't make a sound.
That guy knows how to wield his key.
Okay.
Burb says that seems unnecessary and makes the sound of ripping the first door off.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lose.
wanted
Eventually,
you to
we're
drink some
gonna
off.
run into something that he can't just like finesse his way through, and I'm gonna punch it.
I wanted you to smash it.
Let's see.
And
I
I'll
gotta
be
find
really
this 'cause
nice
Paul
about
works
it, too.
well
We
on
were
that.
given a key.
Worry not, Brent.
All right.
Just like
So you open that.
straight
You open that really quietly.
Mhm.
All right. As you open that, you kind of peek your head out, and you notice far off to your left, that there's a group of cultists kind of wandering around the stream looking for straggling villagers.
Okay.
There's cultists out there.
And they are making their way towards you, but they definitely don't notice you because you didn't make any noise opening that door.
Aw.
Fire.
Let us take the fight to them.
Aw.
Alright.
See? I want to hang out with Tier Boy over there. Tyler guy.
My guy gave me
The only
some
reason I haven't
fire
gone out is because he was in
spices.
front, because he was fixing it.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
My god is fame and money.
wait, they look like they don't notice that I saw
Oh,
them?
they don't notice you at all. They don't even know there's a door there.
Do they look like they would be heading this way?
They're just searching the stream, so they're not heading directly towards you. They're kind of wandering up out of the bank and back in.
And
You
could-
guys could
Can we sneak
easily
past them?
you could easily sneak past them if you wait for them to pass by you.
Guys, do y'all want to wait?
I will tell you that because you rolled a 20.
I think we can avoid combat here if we want.
So let's talk to the man that would put us in harm's way.
These interlopers have attacked the town of Arenas, invading and slaughtering their citizens.
And our strength is limited. What does it say?
The strength of Tyre
There's never
has
limited.
no limits!
I don't know, the Batman god over here is pretty damn hot giving out free items.
My god's sick. Now, should we maybe meditate on Gavo Krom?
Oh.
We should maybe
Are,
be careful
are
with our
there
big,
any that look
big
like we would
hands.
want to capture?
Should we? Is that a?
Hey, make a what would you do? A
Insight?
perception or an insight check. Either perception or insight, your choice. Go ahead.
Insight.
19.
Yo.
19. Okay.
Are there 3 ding dongs?
There are actually like more than that. Hold on.
A whole slew of
There's a
ding-dongs.
whole bunch of them.
Idiots all around.
Hey man, what'd you eat for lunch? Me? Nothing.
There's 2 cultists and 6 kobolds.
Oh.
I'm gonna say no.
You don't think this is worth it?
No, I mean, I'm just saying of that probably, I bet neither of those 2 cultists are important, but he'll let you know.
So you rolled a 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else want to roll for it? You can if you want.
I mean,
I'm solid.
can we wait for the information?
Yeah, sure. So because Zahn tells you, hey, hold on for a second. So you, for once in your life, just stay and listen for a second, and you overhear a
I'm
very
polite.
interesting
Polite and respectful.
conversation.
Big Shrek will listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Polite and respectful.
This is his
So
own thing, though.
you hear
my personality.
you
I
hear a
also face problems
voice,
head on.
and the voice says, "Yeah, all the good stuff on the streets is on these houses." And you see one of the cultists kind of motion to some of the buildings over here, and he's like, they always did like to show off. The other cultist, because you can hear them, they can't see you. He says, "We appreciate your assistance, Mr. Gherkins. As I said before, Mondath will reward you handsomely. I'm going to kill myself."
It's those big
But
hands.
first he's gonna kill the camera.
It's those big meaty hands. They like getting away.
It's because the cord is right under here, and I keep on.
Oh, it's those big long legs.
Yeah. We appreciate your Mr. Gherkin. Help Mr. Gherkins. His name is Mr. Gherkins, the other guy. Mondath will reward you handsomely
That's
for your
because he
help.
likes little pickles.
And then the other guy says, just seeing this place burn a bit is almost payment enough, but I'll take the gold too. The other voice says, indeed, those boots that you have are the first of many gifts given to those loyal to the Queen of Dragons. Burb, I would like you to make a history check.
Burb would like to make a history check.
Yeah.
20.
Oh my gosh!
That's a 20.
All right, okay.
Burb has a lot of history.
You know, like, I was going to keep some of this back, you know,
No,
for
you're not.
later.
No, you're not. Burb
We're
has a
delving deep.
flawless memory.
Okay.
Guys,
Flawless.
I got a bag.
That's crazy.
Perfect recall.
All
All right.
I got was
Burb.
photographic memory.
Burb, you recognize this voice to be that of Frankie Gherkins, a town bully who made your first few years of living in Greenest a waking nightmare.
I hate that guy.
He would frequently pick on you, call you names, and corner you when you were alone. He led the faction of kids who mocked you mercilessly in your younger years.
We're gonna shrek him.
Burb never mocks him because he hates him the most. He only mocks the other kids. He's ready for some revenge.
I've heard quietly the phrase of Big Shrek.
Yeah.
Big
So,
Shrek's boiling.
so also, Burb, you also can tell just between the way these guys are talking, and you are good at imitating voices and things. The other cultist that is talking to Frankie is in a position of authority.
Well,
I thought we were going for the big dog though.
Burb whispers
We are,
low,
but-
very low in Finn's voice. Looting is unlawful.
Good.
Well
All right.
said. Well said, Brent Burb.
So these guys are now getting pretty close to the head of the tunnel. They do not see you. Since you opened the door so silently. Did you guys like roll like 3 20s just
Something
like in
like-
a row?
Let's do
There
it.
were several.
Okay, cool.
That means we're gonna die.
I did not. I rolled a 19 after modifiers.
As they pass in front of the tunnel,
Let's,
I'm gonna go ahead and Josiah, just make a perception check for me.
Tell me why.
3 + 1 is 4.
Did you
You're
have your
pretty
eyes closed?
You're pretty sure that somebody in this party wandering by just crop dusted. They farted just a little.
Good thing I have
That's all I'm telling you.
Was it a kobold?
You don't know. You don't know. They walk past the tunnel.
He is filing you up.
how about we get a little backstabby action in the dark here?
Little surprise round.
That means you're going last. Or do we have to do initiative?
Well, we can kind of shoot. If it's a sneak attack, we can-
It's a sneak attack. You guys can choose the order
I
in
think
which you
Big
go.
Man should go last.
I normally do not condone these, this type of fighting, but these heathens must be brought to justice.
Justice.
Do what you must.
All right, Burb, it's your town, dude. You should go in first.
We are his instruments.
I'll go third.
Burb's been cooking up some spots.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
for
like
Mr.
after everybody sort of fires off, I'm just gonna charge in.
You're Hulk smashing.
Burb's been cooking up some spots for Mr. Little Pickles.
Mr. Little Pickles, Frankie Gherkin.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Is this
Get there.
Oh, that's even worse.
Pickle man.
You get your height plus your slouch. You have to find the middle ground.
I have terrible posture.
Savage from
He's a giant.
And the director getting.
Your dad's a giant, too.
Good.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect.
I come from a family of giants.
Are they
I come from a
jolly?
land down
They are
under.
jolly. All right, so let's go ahead and position these. There's 6 kobolds and Frankie Gherkin's an occultist.
Okay.
Frankie Gherkin's and the cultist.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have their backs turned to you.
Is that like
Yeah, the kobolds are gonna be leading the front, and the 2 cultists will be in the rear.
So we're gonna
Will
use
they?
people
They
as
will.
cultists, and then
So is
I'm
that
just
the rear to us?
I'm gonna take this Pokemon
Yeah.
just for a bit.
The rear to you.
So we're close. We're closer to the cultists.
You're closer to the cultists than the
Yo.
kobolds.
What did Mr. Gherkin say to the guy who's in position since I heard it?
Something about looting the nice buildings.
He was pointing
and
out
like
all the
see
good
this
places to
town burn.
loot the town, and he was saying it was almost payment enough to see the town burn down.
Burb looks at everyone
So if we're
else.
trying to capture the one that's in,
We can deal non-lethal damage. I
You
forget-
certainly can.
I forget how.
Just specify
Just
that you're doing non-lethal.
Okay.
Burb points at him and says, looting is unlawful a bunch, to try to get them to go after him because he's really mad at
You
Mr.
want to
Pickles.
go? You want to go after Frankie Gherkins?
After Frankie Gherkins.
which I assume is this one because he looks dumb.
Yeah, that guy,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
dumb-looking guy. Right
The
there.
dumb bigger one, yeah, that's
Let's get X guy in here. I feel like
Mr.
it's
Pickles.
like
Sure, get X guy in there.
Yo,
Yeah.
that guy's going down.
yeah, we just take him out every fight.
Burb likes trying to direct y'all towards that, and he feels like y'all are pretty understanding into what he's trying to do.
So through Burb's various noises, you guys get the idea that
He doesn't
that
like
one of
Frankie
those guys, he does not like him.
I
But
just
we
keep
do know
saying
that
looting
the
is
other guy is the
unlawful.
one that we want to capture.
Yeah.
In
I mean, you
Finn's
could,
voice, just looting
although
is
that guy
unlawful.
lives here, and he is not kind of one of the main.
Yes, of course. Particularly.
So is Burb
Axe
first?
guy, you're coming with us.
You
Axe
guys,
guy's
so
one
you
of
guys
us,
gonna
but Gherkin?
engage in a surprise
Yeah,
round?
he's getting bonked.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hardcore.
go ahead and tell me what you're wanting to
1,
do.
2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. And what are you gonna do?
Burb's gonna pull out his bow
Okay,
and aim at Mr. Pickles, Little Pickles there.
Frankie Gherkins.
Little pickles.
Little Pickles.
Oh, little pickles, little pickles.
It's a 17
To hit.
to hit.
Plus something,
gonna hit.
right? Plus stuff.
I don't think so.
Plus
Dexterity, so plus 4.
oh, dexterity, so I gotta roll for damage.
Yep.
Which
Yeah,
is
are you
D6
trying to
plus 4.
pin his leg? What are you doing?
It's a D6 plus 4. I'm actually aiming for his legs.
Okay.
Why? Because I'm gonna go kick him in the face when he goes down.
He's gonna skewer that picker.
Picker?
Picker.
Picker.
Pickle. Pickler.
A D6 plus 4. Let's see it. It's a 4.
It's a 4.
So 8.
So hold on just a sec, because you guys are all doing this all at once, I assume.
Yes.
So,
There's a
So
series
this is-
of like everybody ready.
yeah,
and
everybody's getting ready.
fire off.
This is all.
Eldritch
happening
Blast
at
coming
once.
your way. Or no, Paul.
It's Paul. It's
Fleshlight him.
Alright.
Fleshlight him.
Alright, well, I'm saving that so I can see.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that one's in the quiver.
That's a tracer round, just in case if he runs.
just in case.
Yeah,
shoot
there
him
you
with
go. Stick it in him so when he tries to run, you
Homing device.
Alright, I am going to try to, I'll deal non-lethal damage to the, actually no, let's focus on one person. I'll go for Mr. Gherkins as well.
Okay.
We're gonna go with
Man, we're just gonna melt Gherkin so fast.
Alright, that's,
Maybe not.
11.
11 to hit.
Do we get advantage as an unseen attacker?
Alright, that will miss. You do get advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
I'll take that.
Yeah, because this is, yeah.
Cool, 12.
Improved by
Okay, that
1.
gets it.
Oh, really?
Does it really?
It gets it.
Got him!
I don't think we need to kill Mr. Pickles yet.
Why? Because you want to have some fun.
Alright.
I want to step on his face.
Alright.
He did go for non-lethal.
And this is gonna do 5 points of non-lethal damage.
So you're doing how much?
I thought you were going for Gherkins.
Yeah.
You did 8?
We're trying to kill
He's doing
Gherkins.
fine.
I thought we were taking him down so you could kick him in the face.
I thought we were taking him down so that we could also inquiry why he's doing this to his
No, we're gonna get
family.
the other guy.
Gherkins is bad guy. The other guy is the one we want.
Yeah.
We're killing.
Like-
we're literally melting Gherkins, and then we're taking his homie.
Bad
Are we
guy,
sure?
wise
Yes,
guy.
yes.
What do you do?
Gherkins
Wait,
is-
it's you,
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Bad guy.
That's
wise
fine
guy.
that he was a bully, but why is he doing this to his town? I think he knows something.
I'm letting Mr. Non-Lethal and you handle Gherkins. I'm going after a kobold.
We'll say Finn kind of related to you that he was being bribed.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so
The
he
other
is-
one is the one that we want.
This is the guy calling the shots
Yeah.
to the bully, and the bully's taking
Shot
it because
caller.
he's a bully.
Oh, okay, all right.
Bully.
And you want retribution, and we want to complete a quest.
There
I
it is.
hate this guy.
Are you going for the kobold?
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
On the
Take-
kobold?
take him
Alright,
out.
what'd you roll?
15 plus.
That definitely hits.
5.
You're good.
That's pretty. Yeah.
You're
Pretty
good.
smart.
Please toast him.
I don't know how dice work.
Clearly.
Nice,
You couldn't
nice.
see because the camera doesn't point to this zone
That's
like
good.
above
But I don't know
here,
how to do this.
But it keeps
That's good.
bouncing off the rim.
3.
3 damage? Okay, sweet.
What's that?
So, all at once, what's going to happen is these guys pass. Oh, wait, it's you, Finn. I always forget about you.
There's
I'm sorry.
peppercorns.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm throwing a javelin.
Throwing a javelin at who?
You're not going up there and
That comes second.
oh,
I
Yeah,
throw
this
the
is
javelin and then like charge out.
Okay,
as
got
I'm
it.
like pulling out my warhammer. So I'm actually gonna throw it at this like side.
We're going wide.
I feel a little
Yeah.
bad about that for some reason.
It's his
I don't
bird.
know why. It just
It looks
seems
familiar. It's
yeah.
shaped like his bird.
Familiar.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Hi, did you see me like bobble it in there?
Please. What was the roll?
14
And that's on a kobold?
to hit.
Yeah, you got him.
5.
5 damage. Okay, sweet.
And then like
And you're gonna
charge
charge
it
out.
out towards this guy.
So this is all going to happen in a short span of time, so I'm going to describe what happens. So what happens is these guys walk by.
A whole
Bird, you
field.
knock an arrow, you shoot it at Frankie, and you hit him in the leg, and he goes, ah! He cries out in pain. And then you shoot another arrow, and you hit him like in the butt, and he goes, ah! And he passes out because you did so much damage to him. So he just passes it, falls over. The other cultist kind of turns around and goes, what? Kiwi, you kind of like, you pop out there and you blow some spice at this kobold, gets in his eyes, you know, he's bleeding and stuff like that, and you throw a javelin through your, like not through your friend, but past your friends, and the other kobold is just kind of, as this noise is going, he turns around and goes, what? And it just hits him right in the head, and sticks him into the ground. So he's kind of just like standing like this, just, you know, super dead.
Twang.
And then...
He got sloughed.
And then Big Shrek comes charging.
And then
out.
we're going to go ahead. Now, that's a surprise round. Do you guys all now go together and they all go now, or do we roll for initiative now?
You do a new round, so now you roll for initiative.
Okay, go ahead and roll for initiative.
8.
Oh, that guy rolled a 20. This guy's passed out.
18.
yeah, plus 3.
4.
Going last. Bringing up the rear.
So, what did we roll?
15.
15? Okay, this is, Finn is 15. What'd you roll?
I heard him say that the guy.
21?
Yeah, you got an 18.
Oh my gosh,
I
what'd you roll?
Dex fighter. I heard him say that the guy who's knocked out rolled really high on initiative, but he's passed out, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the first to just go.
What'd you roll?
8.
8? Okay. This is always a pain. What'd you roll, Chris?
4.
4.
Oh,
Plus
you're down
2.
at the bottom.
I was so excited that Mr. Gherkins is like laying down with arrows in his butt. Just happy.
Nice.
Savor it.
Yeah.
Taking
All
his
right.
time.
I'm going last to move up and hit him.
Alright, so, Zon, it's you first.
Ba-da-da-da, get you out of my line of sight.
That guy's not dead. Is he dead?
He's dead. He got pinned
At
to the-
5
He
damage?
got pinned to the dirt.
Kobolds
He's a kobold.
are not very healthy folk.
Yeah.
They die pretty easily. That's why there's so many of them. They breed quickly.
Drunk.
And I will,
You're just upset because
I'll
you
do
did it for
more
3
non-lethal damage to the other cultist now.
The other cultist now.
Yes.
Alright, go
I'm
ahead.
Shoot him in the right buttocks.
Nice.
Now we're
Specifically.
So that's good, healthy
specifically
now.
targeting the buttocks. Ooh, he rolled one too.
Yeah, and it's a 23.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Alright, that
That's a
is Plus 3, so that's 10 non-lethal damage.
He passes out. Woo! Well, let's say he doesn't pass out. You do the non-lethal. He's like down, and he's holding his button, going ah, 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 like that.
Okay.
So
And
can
he's-
you? Are you at him?
He's out of
I'm
commission.
at him.
But
I charged
he
him.
has the manacles, so you have to. I assume.
I'm
you
just
take
gonna
an
like.
action.
I'm just
though?
gonna
Well,
like
that
grab
guy's
him.
he's like that guy's pretty distracted. But Finn, it's you.
Okay, so since I'm like at him,
Yeah.
I'm just going to like grab him or like stand over him, and just like chuck a javelin at another kobold.
Okay, go for it.
We'll go for Meryl over here. Yeah.
19.
19
got
with
him.
4 modifiers. 8.
He's dead. Another kobold impaled.
Swoon.
Kiwi, it's you.
Sloughed.
Sloughed.
I guess I'm just gonna shimmer and Eldritch Blast at him. 13 plus 5 is 18.
That hits.
10.
What spice are you using?
I was saving this spice.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out of my components bag some cumin. And I'm gonna
Okay.
blow it his way.
All right, you blow it his way. It spins into this big kind of yellowy cloud, and just kind of almost like a swarm of bats. Scream, scream. It just devours the entire kobold, and all that's left of him is a skeleton, and just falls over.
Nice.
It's dead.
Nice.
That's some spicy cumin.
One of the
You can use
kobolds is
human
going to
to
run
shake
up
your bag.
to you, Finn, and make an attack.
We're going well. It's going well.
It's a 21.
Okay.
He's going to roll his little d4 to hit you.
Roll it.
Oh, man! Shoot.
Oh man, shoot. He's gonna stab me.
You're dead.
I'm
He
getting stabbed.
hits you for 6.
Ow.
Nice.
Yo.
That's his turn. Burb, it's your
I'm
turn.
bleeding pretty good.
Burb's having a great time. It's been a good day today.
It's been a good
He's
day.
gonna move up.
I went
towards-
ahead and moved him over to Gherkins.
He's gonna move up towards Mr. Gherkins.
We want
Okay.
these boots, by the way.
We definitely want these boots.
If I had to guess.
Burb's gonna use Vicious Mockery
Okay.
because it's about time for some retribution.
On the
Alright.
passed out guy.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Dreams. Guys, dreams.
I'm going to say you have advantage because he's unconscious.
So you get to roll
So you
twice.
have disadvantage on your like save.
Save, yeah, essentially.
Okay.
He has
Yeah.
disadvantage on the save. So you're going to do Vicious Mockery? So that was a 20, but he doesn't get that. He gets the 4.
You get the 4, so it hits.
All right. So what are you going to say to him?
Greatest bully of his life. Been bullied a lot.
Probably just his dad. He didn't make the fastball team. There probably was a dog that was better than he was and made the
Yeah.
team instead. Airbud exists in Greenest.
Burb's gonna be like, in the voice of Mr. Pickle's dad, because he's heard Mr.
Sure,
Perkins' dad a lot.
absolutely.
He's
He's
gonna
lived there
say,
in Greenest.
"You're just a disappointment to me, son."
Okay. So you say that and you kind of like weave those words and they kind of seep into Frankie's mind. And you see him as he's unconscious, he's just, no, sorry, Dad. He's having a nightmare now. Go ahead and roll damage.
1.
Alright, a little blood comes out of his nose.
Can I kick him while he's down as my free action?
As your bonus action? Sure.
Can I roll for damage on that? Because I got little bird claws.
Roll 1d4.
I'm gonna kick him while he's down as my bonus action. 4.
Wow.
Yo!
You kick him and you hear a rib crack.
Yikes.
I'll remember that sound for the rest of my life.
Kobold.
I take issue to kicking a man when he's down.
Alright,
I don't.
Kobold is going to run up to Burb and take a slash. Artillery is.
Okay, after he kicks him, Burb whispers, "Looting is unlawful."
Looting is
He
unlocked.
reminds you of the law.
Burb, you got.
We will take him for justice. Leave him be.
How does an 11 look on your armor class?
I'm 13.
Well, then he doesn't hit. The other one's going to run up to you and take a swipe as well, though.
That's fine. I'll give him 2.
Let's see. That's a 16. Oh, 23. How's that?
That hits.
More than
Alright. He's going to hit you for 6 piercing damage.
Uh-oh, I'm at 2 life.
You can heal yourself.
I'm starting to regret kicking that dude in the ribs.
The last kobold is going to make an attack against Finn because he's closest.
Sure. Wait, I've already got stabbed.
Oh, you already got stabbed?
Yeah, he stabbed me.
Oh, then he's done.
Yeah, he stabbed me for 6 points damage.
Oh, that's right. He did. All right, cool. It's Zod's turn then.
Easy.
Her.
Slow your roll.
Voodoo.
Nobody's slower than me.
How many kobolds are left? Three?
Three.
Three
I don't
kobolds and
know,
a
but I
cultist.
wish y'all shoot those two that are on top of me.
Well, this one's. I could.
Had a bad day.
Well,
Oh, that cultist is having a bad day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the artillery kobold.
Okay, go for it.
And that will be an 18.
Oh, you got him.
There's a D8 here somewhere. Alright, that's 7 points of damage.
Oh, he dies.
Good.
Think you draw your bow back and you see kind of the water kind of part as you launch it with such force it just hits the kobold, goes right through him. He's bleeding out. He's dead.
Okay.
That was a good shot.
I look at my bow like, wow.
Wow, that was a really nice bow. Who's next? Finn, it's you.
I'm gonna clonk that kobold with my hammer.
Clonk with your clonker.
Clonk. 19.
19 hits.
Here comes the clonk.
3 plus 3,
6.
Smushed.
Smush.
You smushed him into the ground.
Clonk became smush.
Bye, Corsola.
Down.
So let's see, that's 2 kobolds. Is there only 1 kobold
There's
left?
one left. Just one.
Kiwi, it's you, and there's 1 kobold looking around kind of
You
scared.
better kill him because he's like on my face.
Eldritch.
I
11
mean, you
plus
can
5.
interrogate if you want. Okay. 16 hits.
Why would you interrogate a kobold?
I don't know.
Yeah,
They're pretty dumb, actually. I just wanted you guys to try it.
7.
Alright,
He's
Spice.
What was the spice?
Guys, we have some new spices coming in the future, and they are fire.
Yeah, we do.
But right now, I'm feeling kind of bad. We're disrespecting this man much. We're gonna disrespect this man. I'm gonna just like bristle some parsley his way.
Okay.
Just cover him in parsley.
You throw some parsley that way. It kind of spins out of your hand and sharpens and gets larger and just cuts him in half.
Razor leaf.
Nice. He's dead. You guys are out of combat. You have an unconscious Frankie Gherkins.
And I have a semi-conscious but bewildered cultist who seems to know things.
I'm gonna manacle that guy.
I'm gonna manacle that guy. So you run over, put some manacles on that guy. As he's like holding his butt, you just grab those. You just grab both his hands, and so now he's kind of like trying to comfort the arrow in his butt as he's got the manacles behind him. He's just wiggling around. Frankie is unconscious. Go ahead and make an investigation check to search these bodies.
It's not my skill.
15 plus investigation, you said? Plus
Investigation.
4.
Plus 4, so 19.
19.
All right, so you notice that some of the kobolds have some sacks on their back. They've got some goods along with them. They've got about 30 gold worth of stolen items on them.
Nice, nice.
Looting is unlawful.
Looting is unlawful.
And then
We must
also,
return these to their
you
owners.
notice that Frankie Gherkins has a sweet pair of shoes.
Burb standing next to Frankie Gherkins.
They wouldn't fit you, but you have somebody in your party that look like they would look nicely on.
So can I investigate the boots further?
I mean, sure, yeah.
Alright, I want to check them out.
Yeah, take off
Are
Frankie's
they
shoes.
are they magical?
Roll an Arcana check.
Is that a D20?
Just a
My
D20.
guy.
15 plus 4.
They're
19.
magical.
Ooh.
Okay. In a very Cinderella type fashion, I'm gonna place a boot up to everyone's foot, starting with Burb. Does
Okay.
it fit Burb?
Definitely not. He's got weird bird feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finn.
His feet are way too big, especially in those greaves he's wearing.
Yep.
Does he have like big Hellboy feet?
Yep.
He's a big guy.
I'm a
He's
big
a
guy.
big boy.
I'm bigger than he is.
Big Shrek.
You are bigger than
Because you're a lizard
Alright,
man.
Zahn.
Almost perfectly.
Oh.
Imagine
Oh.
that.
I'm gonna give the boots to my guy Zahn.
All right.
Zahn, you get some. The strange lizard man kind of like awkwardly kind of goes up to each person with these boots, and they look like they fit you, and he just goes, "Yeah, these are yours," and he
Oh,
gives
thank
them to you. You can tell that they're magical,
Ooh.
and will require some attunement. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that.
Ooh, I also get a folded sheet.
Yo!
Not only the first.
So while he's fixing that, I would just like to say that all the good shit we've gotten is me.
This is the worst.
I make it rain down good stuff.
This is the worst.
Here you go.
All right, I'm never sticking my feet through this table ever
Burb is
again.
super.
Everyone drinks every time you knock that over.
Everyone drinks? Is that what the game is? When Steven knocks over his webcam?
Someone's drunk.
Awesome.
Someone's super sad.
I will.
Excellent.
I will join this with my non-alcoholic beverage.
All right, what do we got on
This one's
time? We've
for
got
you.
about 10 minutes left here. So you guys have got one in pain yet conscious cultist and one very unconscious Frankie Gherkins. You are right next to the tunnel. You can
Barefoot.
drag these boys back to town if
Unconscious
you wanted
and
to.
barefoot.
Back to town or back to the keep?
Back to the keep.
Yeah.
Bird pulls out his dagger.
Okay.
You're being weird.
Are you doing sleight of hand? You don't want anybody to see this?
No, they can see it. I
Oh,
want
they can
people
see
to
it?
know.
I am immediately intervening.
Okay. Finn kind of gets in your way.
Finn's way too damn big. I can't get through that. He's just like holding a little bird back.
All right. You kind of hear Frankie whimpering, like, "No, Dad, no, I'm sorry, I wasn't on the football team."
The bird is like squawking and trying to stab him.
All right.
If you kill him now, he will never face the justice he deserves.
Bird thinks about that for a minute and remembers how bad the prisons are in Greenest. Like puts his dagger up and walks over and like gives him another little kick.
So
I kind of look the other way.
Yeah,
Like,
give him a
I just
kick.
pretend, you know, it's like.
So the amount of time it took to get through this tunnel, do we have enough time to bring him back, or should we just like storm right behind the grate and lock it?
So after you took care of that swarm of rats, it was actually pretty smooth sailing through that tunnel. It doesn't take that long to get from there into the keep.
So
Okay.
one of those guys has an arrow in his butt and his leg, and we could just manacle them together and leave them there. They're not going anywhere.
So,
It's true.
well, one's conscious, and I think we could walk him back. The other one, that's unconscious, I could probably just,
Drag him.
I could just, like, hawk Pickle Man over my shoulder and carry him.
But let me ask you this:
I'm gonna strong my way through something, I'm telling you.
with one guy manacled and the other guy being hawked by the big man, do we proceed?
That's up to you.
Well, I mean, like you said, something time sensitive. This seems we're literally there's a dragon flying by.
that's why I
Buildings
said
are on fire. Like, do we leave them like what Paul says, or
So you think that it's going to take you? It would take you like about 15 minutes or less to haul these guys back up into the keep, and then they would be taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, that seems.
The-
It wouldn't take that long.
The villagers that we're looking for are supposed to be holed up in a church, so I think that's pretty safe. I also think that
I
there's.
assume your buddy's there. I assume your buddy's there too.
I'm not sure. I'm hopeful.
That's what if I assume. So can we let's
For those of the
But
people
this was
watching
part
who
of our
don't know,
task, so I don't.
Leosin is friends with Finn
Yeah.
over here.
Leo,
your boy.
my boy.
Yeah, Leosin has written a letter to Finn to come to Greenus. That's the reason why he's here.
And I was honor bound.
Honor bound to
I say if we take them back to the keep and we let them interrogate them and we get some questions in as we walk, then we're good.
If we just
And
take
you
them
can talk to
and
them
then give them
while-
time to talk while we go do other stuff, and then when we come back, we should do stuff.
Alright, well
That's what you
we'll have to wake up Mr. Gherkin.
No,
I'm gonna.
he's gonna do a strength
I
check.
thought we were gonna question him.
We're
I wanted-
potato
No,
second.
we're questioning the one that matters.
That one knows stuff.
I just wanted to slap him awake.
Yeah.
Maybe
certainly
later.
can try.
You can do that once we drop them off.
Okay.
Let me haul him. I don't want to have to haul.
Does he have to do a strength check
On what?
to hawk him?
To hawk him. What
I
is your
I can
strength?
It's 16.
Huck it, chuck it,
Ooh, that's
football.
You don't have to roll
I'm gonna
for
roll
it.
it
I mean, you can if you want to,
I
but
rolled a 19.
you like hoist this guy over like a sack
Let's
of
go.
grain.
Mm.
He is easy peasy.
No, Daddy, no!
So this cultist is now kind of like bouncing behind Finn as you're walking.
Oh no, I don't want that guy.
Oh no, you're holding Frankie Gherkins.
Frankie,
Okay.
because he's unconscious. The
He's
other one,
unconscious.
We manacled the one that matters.
Okay.
we were
alright.
walking.
Yeah.
So the manacled guy is kind
I
of
got
like
it.
limping along because he's still got that arrow in his butt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, what are you gonna do with me? You're dragging him back.
Mm-hmm.
And you can question him now if you'd like, or you just run him up to the guards and the keep.
We should ask some questions.
Birb's also sick, guys. I got 2 HP left.
Not feeling that good.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to like
There's clerics at the keep.
We'll
Cool.
get,
There's
we'll
some
get
healers
cleric
in
up.
we'll go back to the Pokemon Center.
Go
It'll be
back.
great.
Dun,
Nice-
dun, dun,
A
dun.
nice envy massage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I asked the cultist, what is your all's purpose here in this town?
I'm not gonna tell you anything. You're not the boss of me.
I'd like to intimidate him.
Okay, go ahead and roll for intimidation.
Can I use prestidigitation?
Yeah, you can.
That's a natural 20.
Holy
plus,
cow.
Woo!
Man, you're a scary guy.
Plus,
Probably because you
2.
got those cool boots.
What's your threat?
My threat is.
Hit the tune to him first.
It's okay. He still got them on.
Tuning the boots. Episode 2.
I take out my old charm I have of a dragon
Okay.
bone or
Okay.
tooth, and like we hunt, kill dragons. Have you seen what we did to your companions? Have you seen what we've been doing?
Yeah. Okay. So you say that to him, and he kind of goes, and he pees just a little bit,
Just ew.
just a bit.
Urine.
And he goes, oh, okay. I mean, all I know is we they sent us here to collect as much treasure as we could for the Queen of Dragons. And as you say this threat, by the way, you kind of just feel, you know those new boots you just got?
Yeah.
You kind of feel them pulse. Just a little bit, like boom, like that. Okay? And so you say, we have a camp. It's not too far from town. There's a cave. There's some eggs in there. That's all I know. That's what he says.
That's all right.
Okay, with eggs.
Can we ask him if there's any way for to stop what's going on in the town? Like, is there some weak point? Is there some place we can go to cut off the attack?
You can go ahead and ask him. He's like, I don't know. The guys that wear purple, they call all the shots. It's not me. I don't know. He just has no idea.
Purple is a very strong color.
Yeah.
Hashtag the color purple.
Cool.
That's
So
a
as you guys are
movie.
walking, you guys drag this guy
Yeah.
back to the keep.
What's-
By the way,
I
you
have
can tell
seen
that
that
you need to
movie.
attune to that.
Yeah.
I think you picked up there.
My mama likes it.
You walk into the
Warbird.
keep,
Yeah.
dragging these guys with the manacles and stuff. Like guards immediately come out. The
Hashtag
healers,
Warbird's
there's
finest.
some healers and stuff like that. They patch you guys up.
Yeah.
You guys are feeling good. You can go ahead and restore your hit points again if you'd like. Spell slot's still expended.
Oh.
Governor Nighthill comes down personally and he's like, "Oh, thank you. You know, we're gonna beat the out of this guy." And then he kind of looks at the unconscious body on your back, Finn, and he goes, "Is that Frankie Gherkins?"
And Burb squawks a lot and goes, yes.
That's it.
And he kind of squints and he goes, "Well, what was he doing out there?"
He was conniving. He was betraying your town.
So now Governor Nighthill looks furious. He's like, "Well, we've got something planned for him too," and kind of motions to some guards, and they come and pick up the unconscious body of Frankie Gherkins and drag him off.
Okay.
You want to get a slap in while you can?
Burb slaps him as they walk by with him
You slap him.
and says, you're stupid.
You hear Frankie kind of call out from his nightmare, "I'm sorry, Dad!"
And then he says in Frankie's voice, you're useless.
Or in his dad's voice.
No, just in Frankie's
He's
voice.
now, he's now
No, that's what
crying.
I was expecting him to
Honestly.
rehash the old torment and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's now it's just coming back in his own voice.
You're useless. Gotcha.
I hate you.
You're a stupid, ugly.
All right, so that is where we are going to leave it, I think, for tonight. And that concludes episode 1 of Shopkeeper's Quest. Thank you for watching. My name is Steven. This has been Bobby, Josiah, Paul, Justin. We hope you join us next week, 7 o'clock, maybe
Ish.
7:30, depending,
7-ish.
we might need a little extra time.
I take
And
We're getting better at this.
until then, keep up with us on Twitter,
I don't
on
think so.
Facebook,
You
Twitter
are.
at Card
You
Shop
are.
Talk.
You're getting better.
I don't think so.
As our Twitter handle, it's our YouTube handle as well. And then you can also follow us at our local store here, Level Up Games and Hobbies in Knoxville, Tennessee. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.